Enjoy dinner your way. Available every day starting at 4 p.m. at Wawa.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lynch studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Here we go on a Tuesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do have a wonderful, stacked program for you today. Tons of stuff happening. What you caught up on news with Woke News here in a few minutes. What you do that's new today at 4 o'clock. We'll go over Deb's selection, LFG. 420 Tracing Trauma with Naomi Bradshaw. First Tuesday of the month for sure. Summer of Stuff comes to an end today. We'll do that at 5:20. Give out all the fun prizes courtesy of Code Black IT. Trivia, Ross Thoughts. Last call, your calls, your texts all day long. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien Ross Padgett.
It's good to be here, Jim.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Don't forget about us on social media. It's easy there. It's Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show, Twitter at Jim Colbert Show. We stream every single day, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And, of course, you can take us wherever you go using the iHeartRadio app. Online, it's JimColbertLive.com. That's where you'll find all the blogs, all the cool stuff that happens on the program, including the master list for What'd You Do That's New. We'll do that in about an hour. How's everybody's Labor Day weekend this weekend, guys?
We are pocket-sized for your pleasure. It was a great weekend.
It was a great weekend. Look, let's start with you, kiddo. Look, when you sit on your ass all weekend, all I did was kind of vicariously live through everybody else's Labor Day weekend. We chose not to do a whole bunch this week. We obviously had a really interesting past 6 weeks. Oh. So the decompression time and just kind of lounging out and watching movies and grabbing some food occasionally kind of turned into our weekend. But I couldn't help but notice that you spent the weekend at the beach.
Yeah, spent it with our next door neighbors who live part of the year in Mount Dora and then part of the year in Daytona Beach Shores. Bob and Jane Bloom. Had a great time hanging out with them. She cooks. They had all the booze in the world.
A great view from the 7th floor of the beach.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
And I posted on Facebook because we weren't there an hour when we saw a small group of people gathering, because all of the sea turtle nests are marked with stakes and then there's tape around them so people don't disturb them. Well, we saw a small group of beachgoers gathering around one of them and then everyone kind of walking to the ocean. And by the time we had made it downstairs, we found out one of the sea turtle nests had hatched and like 70 to 80 baby sea turtles all took off for the ocean at about 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. It was cool. It was so cool.
That would have been pretty badass.
It's so Florida.
Yeah, it's this time of year that my family would gather on the 5th floor and just watch the sea pull people out.
Yeah, I've got stories about that coming up in Woke News. Saw a lifeguard, full lights and siren ripping down the beach. I mean, because it was an extremely busy weekend. We didn't have any rain, but then we have Larry.
Oof. Yeah, we had some fun stuff there, yeah.
Larry.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time, man. It looked like you had a blast. Well, like I said, I sat there doing nothing, watching you enjoy your life while mine just rotted away.
And normally it's reversed. Normally I'm the one who's doing that.
What'd you guys do, Jack? Anything special? I didn't check out your Facebook page this weekend. I didn't see anything...
Let's see. Went to the Orlando City match. My wife and I went out to eat one time, but other than that, was stuff around the house.
Yeah, what'd you go to eat? Anywhere good?
Barbecue joint in Sanford.
Nice.
Ooh,
yeah,
good.
Smoked meats. Give it up.
So we did that. Bike riding. It was hot though. I took Monday off. I figured Labor Day I'm not going to bike ride.
Just sit and want to play Red Dead? Just do some virtual bike riding?
Didn't do any video games, but I watched some movies. Saw that the World News with Tom Hanks. I watched that last night.
Was it any good?
It actually was. I mean, if you like this period piece, 1870, the American West. But it was good. I enjoyed it.
All right.
Boy, that Red Dead has its nails in you.
I haven't played Red Dead in like a year.
Yeah,
he's watching a live action version of it.
I know. It's all westerns.
But after watching that, I'm like, I should play Red Dead again. Totally.
It feeds itself.
And, I watched a couple documentaries because I know we're going to review Deb's pick for What'd You Do That's New today. So I watched a couple documentaries on finding one to pick for my next assignment.
Oh, yeah.
So I did narrow that down, but it took, 2.5 to 3 hours to get there.
Oh, nice. That means it's going to be another 7.5
It
hour
will not
diatribe.
be.
Oh, my God. This is narrated by Paul Rubens. It's on the mating life of red ants.
No, that's going to be my choice.
Right,
Yeah.
Ross, anything special for you, buddy? Anything fun? I saw you do some stand-up Saturday night just by accident.
Yeah, I did stand-up Saturday night. I did stand-up Sunday night. I was at the Improv this past Sunday for the Band from TV comedy show.
Uh-huh.
And there was definitely some spicy words being said. I think I was probably the tamest of all
Really?
acts. Well, I'll be real, though. I did tell one joke that ever since the Me Too movement happened, I was like, yeah, I'm going to put that one on the shelf. So I figured, let me throw down something that could possibly get me in some hot water. But mainly, I front yarded on Saturday. All the weeding. I mean, lots of weeding. Too much weeding. And then on yesterday, I did the backyard. And now my left leg is just bit to hell.
Yeah,
so
that's
I'm itchy.
Oh, my God, I hope you have chiggers.
I don't think I do.
I hope you do. Oh, my God, I wish if I could wish that on you, I would. And I know that makes me a bad person, but I'm willing to live with that.
Well, I guess you're good at being a bad person.
Well, not good at it. I'm saying I'm willing. So you can feel the pain I felt.
It's not chiggers because you can tell, you know how like when you get ant bites, the first bite is the itchiest and then the second gets a little less itchy and then you can even tell by like the mark, it keeps getting smaller as it goes up your leg.
And ant bites are really itchy.
Yeah.
Very itchy.
Oh, I will take a mosquito bite over an ant bite any day.
And I have to tell you, man, it's weird. I watched, Facebook was great this weekend because I really did live vicariously through everybody else's Facebook feed. Like I did nothing this weekend. All I saw was boating and fishing and, water parks and doing fun stuff. I felt like such a dope for not getting any plans. Even Code Black and his family have a cabin up in a very rural, like no power, no water cabin up in upstate New York they go to every year. And I was like so jealous to have been up there and hanging out, just getting out of the house, but it just didn't work out for us this year. It just wasn't, we could have done something. We thought about doing something. We just, every time we tried to do something like that, we're like, man, we just weren't feeling it. We just didn't have that adventurous spark about us. It's just been a little too, too much.
Your last 8 weeks, really, 8 to 12 weeks have been
been pretty weird.
Yeah, they've been weird. And you did exactly what you guys needed to do. You huddled at home, you hung out with the ones that you love, and really, quite honestly, if you weren't at the beach or a water park, it was just too damn hot.
Yeah, 407-916-1041, you're 100% right. But there was one thing I did do while sitting home, and I'm going to spread the word now. Gentlemen, listen closely.
Oh, okay, so I'm out of this one?
No, I'm not saying that you're not, because I don't know that women have, I don't think women have this issue.
It's for everyone who pees standing up.
No, it's
okay, then I'm totally there.
Nice.
You got the funnel?
Thanks.
I love it.
No funnel needed.
I sit. So
I
watch
watch it's full Monty. They teach you how.
So anyway, this
they do, man.
I told my wife. Yeah, so my eyesight is not super good right now. Like I'm on the cusp of visiting Dr. Filatowski. To be honest with you, it's gotten progressively worse. I've been able to manage it with like reading glasses because it hasn't been bad enough. But now it's getting to the point where I really have to consider getting something done. And the problem with that is you can't see the real you in the mirror. So when I look in the mirror, there is the shape of my face, and I can see it. And there's no question I can see but when I shave, I'm as far as the line of my goatee, I'm making an educated guess there on feel and what I can see and stuff.
You don't see a six-pack or anything,
No,
right?
no, I don't see anything like that. I don't see anything like that.
Only after drinking one.
It's not an M. Night situation.
All right.
It's just that I can't. And man, I forget what day it was. I want to say it was Saturday. I happened to have my glasses on when I was in the mirror, and I rarely ever have my glasses in the bathroom because they fog up. But I hadn't taken a shower. I was just in there looking at something because I felt something on my cheek. And I started looking at my face, and my face was an absolute travesty. And I remember I could see these little blackheads and little zit things because you're looking at it, and I have these reading glasses, and I've got that focus perfect, like when you use the telescope and you get it dialed in, it's so crisp. Yeah.
I should get you one of those makeup mirrors that I use to pluck my eyebrows.
I don't need to see any of me any better.
It's super close up.
Listen, guys, I caught a glimpse of my nose hair.
Mm-hmm. I was afraid to bring it up.
Have you ever seen on the side of the road where all the phone lines come together? It looks like a gray post.
Yeah.
Sticking out. Have you ever seen a car hit one of those? And then the mess of wires, it's those tiny little wires inside, and they're all frayed and sticking out. Mm-hmm. That's what it looked like coming out of my nose. It was a travesty. It looked like a briar patch. So I told my wife, I said, when we get home, I'm going to lay down, and I want you to pick my face completely. Blackheads, just push them all out. I'm just going to.
Ew.
I want it all
Women
gone.
love that, though.
I want it all gone. She could not wait to get home. She ran in the house. Got it. I mean, she's never set up sex this fast.
Yeah.
That I know. Like, she's never sprinted into the house to get naked. But she rolled her ass in that house so I could get me on the couch, got a pillow set up. I was like, it felt like I was being sacrificed. Like, oh yeah, come over here. This is fine.
She lit a candle.
Right?
Candles burning, yeah.
God.
Music, drums.
She comes out in nothing but a cloak.
There's like chanting. And if
She
you guys
starts burning
remember,
sage.
if you guys remember, about 6 months ago, I said my wife bought this Chinese. This fits so perfectly. This Chinese nose hair removal wax kit,
which we begged you not to do.
It's so goof. Like it's so we don't care about your health. In the instruction booklet, it says, "Don't be a baby, just pull it, you bitch." I mean, it is literally worded like it's two bros talking about this going down. So I succumbed. I said, I want this done because I'm tired. I can't stand the fact that my poor wife has had to look at my disgusting face with all this S growing out of it. I said, let's do it. Let's rid me of these nose hairs. So I laid on the couch, and after a good solid 20 minutes of her just wrecking my face with her fingernails, just blowing it honestly, it must have looked like one of those Play-Doh machines, just constantly spitting out yet another zit.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Plucking out eyebrows, like doing the whole 9 yards, man. I mean, when they came out, I actually felt my ears move. She would pull it, and it felt like she was taking a digit out of me because the root is so in there with those damn eyebrows. My God, thick ass like scientist Doc Brown eyebrows.
That's enough, Jim.
Thank you. She says, "Let me heat this wax up." And it's like this little applicator. It looks like almost like it looks like it should have a like a popsicle on it. And
it did when you were done.
You dip this in this wax, and you don't put it deep into your nose. Ooh. You just put it right there in the front of your nose. And then the wax dries 90 seconds. Then, of course, it says you hold the bridge of your nose and you pull. Well, I fully expected this to be the worst possible thing that ever happened to me. But it wasn't. It actually wasn't that bad. But let me tell you something that happens. She pulled that thing out, and I didn't happen to have my glasses on because she was working on my face. She pulls that thing out of my nose, and it just felt like somebody, like, back in the day, Jack, you grab your kid's nose, like, "Hey, I got your nose."
Yes.
Everybody did that old trick with their kids. That's kind of what it felt like. Really don't feel that hair coming out per se. I put my glasses on, and I looked at that thing, and it looked like a hair Tootsie Pop. You can't believe what's in your nose.
I've seen the face of God.
You cannot even fathom what is in that nose in your face right now. I strongly suggest the wax nose hair removal, gentlemen out there, try it. You will never get more oxygen. You will never smell better. You will never scratch your nose because you get one of those wiry ass hairs that grows and tickles the top of your nose. And every dude out there knows exactly what I'm talking about. Get one of these things and do it. You will absolutely, you will never not do it again. Amazing experience.
So you can smell better?
My God, dude, everything. It's amazing. Like, I'm telling you, it is a transformative action in my house. We will always have some Chinese wax up in my house. Always. TikTok that.
Yeah, you should have.
Listen. Man, that's nothing but just pure oxygen flowing in there and just wrecking my lungs.
You know what that is? That is a nose that has been stripped of its filter, who's just leaned over a commercial broadcasting microphone and took 3 deep breaths in. You might want to go to the hospital at the end of the show.
Put your nose on. I'm going to turn up your mic. I want to see if we can hear what's happening inside your nose.
Oh, that's a good...
Oh, whoa. There's a little Chinese girl in there. I didn't know that. So they pull them out one by one up there in the canoe? Deb, what's coming up for news?
Governor Ron DeSantis is calling the mass shooting in Central Florida over the Labor Day weekend an outrageous crime. Good news, Florida's COVID hospitalizations are going down. And a moment to feel bad for rapper Lil Uzi Vert.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's different than a cell phone.
No, that's certainly different than an earring, too.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back with Deb's News, more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Need to hear someone else's opinions before reconciling your own internal phobias? We got you, fam. Hey, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, the lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
Power line still down, closing Central Florida Parkway just east of OBT near Astronaut Boulevard. Use Weatherby or Taft Island Road as your alternate through here. We're also looking at big delays northbound on Apopka Vineland Road. At Conroy Windermere Road, consider the Turnpike or Winter Garden Vineland Road. We still have problems from a fire south on the Turnpike approaching Canoe Creek Road. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Get a king bed for a queen price at Mattress Firm. Save up to $500 during the best Labor Day sale ever on top-rated brands like Sealy and Sleepy's. Plus, get a free adjustable base when you spend $6.99 or more.
Man, here in Central Florida, mega important. Your AC works every single time, even this late in the year, man. Even in September, you need your AC, and it's going to be like that until November. Make sure it's ready to go. Mills Air can help you do that. In business since 1992, almost 30 years of experience keeping you nice and cool right here in Central Florida. And their tech service, any brand. You don't even need to worry about what kind of AC you have. These guys not only have the knowledge to fix it, they have the parts usually on them to fix it as well. And if you do need a new unit, they got you covered there as well. Carrier factory authorized dealers, up to $2,700 in rebates towards that brand new unit. Family owned and operated, ready to help you right now. Call and schedule your appointment, 407-277-1159. Get them online, millsair.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by The Original Mattress Factory.
Our iconic iHeartRadio Music Festival is finally back, September 17th and 18th at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Billie Eilish, Cheap Trick, Coldplay, Dua Lipa, Finneas, Florida Georgia Line, J. Cole, Journey, Khalid, Lil Baby, Maroon 5, Nelly, Sam Hunt, Weezer, and more. Streaming free on the CW app and CWTV.com and live on iHeartRadio stations across America. Our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we help our members execute missions every day, like Operation
Buy Our Home, Fix Our Home, Live in Our Home, Fix Our Home, Make Memories in Our Home, Love Our Home.
Apply now for a home loan from Navy Federal. With no private mortgage insurance and 0% down options available, you're closer to your dream home than you think. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Open to the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender. Certain terms and conditions apply.
Do you need your contractor's license? In 4 short weekends with Camtech School of Construction, you'll be ready to ace the state exam. Get legal, get licensed, get Camtech. Join us for a free info seminar this Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Holiday Inn Universal. 1-800-875-PASS.
Wow, I've got a whole 5 minutes before my next call. What should I do? Grab a snack? Nah. Text with mom? That's more than a 5-minute proposition. I have been looking at getting a new bank account. Is that even possible?
Can't believe you have extra time? You won't believe what you can do with it. Open a Regions checking account online in as little as 5 minutes. Then enjoy award-winning service and banking tools and tech that help you live in the moment. Learn more at Regions.com/live in the moment. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Running a business comes with pressure. Remote workforces, HR compliance, retaining top talent. You start to feel boxed in. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30 plus years of HR service and technology to work, offering my employees competitive benefit options while lightening my HR load. Instead of obstacles, I'm surrounded by people empowered to be their best. With Inspirity, nothing seems impossible. Inspirity, HR that makes a difference.
You can feel it in the air. It's starting to feel like fall at Dunkin'. And new fall feelings call for new fall flavors, like our new apple cranberry Dunkin' Refreshers that are delicious and refreshing to the core. Honeycrisp apple and cranberry flavors made with green tea or coconut milk. And if you want even more fall flavor, pair them with a classic sweet and crisp apple cider donut. Fall into flavorful with the new apple cranberry Dunkin' Refreshers or a sweet fall treat like our apple cider donut. America runs on Dunkin'. Apple cranberry flavor drink, 0% fruit juice. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
You take steps to stay healthy when at the pharmacy picking up vitamins or filling a prescription.
May I help you?
Take another healthy step right now and ask the pharmacist how Prevnar 13 can help protect you from pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease. If you're 65 or older, a trip to the pharmacy is a lot more pleasant than a trip to the hospital because of pneumococcal pneumonia. Help protect yourself with the Prevnar 13 pneumococcal 13-valent conjugate vaccine, diphtheria CRM 197 protein. Prevnar 13 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 13 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Prevnar 13 does not protect against all strains of the disease. Stop by the pharmacy today and ask about Prevnar 13. Learn more at Prevnar13.com. Don't get Prevnar 13 if you have had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with a weakened immune system may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-866-694-9300 or visit Prevnar13.com.
If you're injured, how much is your case worth? I'm attorney Mo DeWitt. You never asked to be injured. Don't let the insurance company shortchange you. Injured on the go? Offer too low? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com. Office, Orlando.
O'Reilly. Ready for an oil change? Visit the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts to get everything you need. Right now, get 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil for just $28.95 and earn double O Rewards points with your purchase. Protect your engine against sludge and wear with Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil. On sale now at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The trip of a lifetime to the concert of the year. It's the epic return of our iHeartRadio Music Festival next Friday and Saturday in Vegas. But there's only one trip left for you to win. Listen to the iHeartRadio Music Festival station on the free iHeart app, and you'll be entered to win this final trip to Vegas to see once-in-a-lifetime performances from Cheap Trick, Coldplay, Journey, Weezer, and more. Listen to the live iHeartRadio Music Festival station now to win the last trip. iHeart. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one app.
Orange City Racing and Card Club, Orlando's closest poker room.
Radio 104.1.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Little human league for you this morning, afternoon, wherever you are. I was talking to you people in Thailand.
Yeah. If you're listening in Honolulu.
One of my favorite songs from
Aloha.
the 80s.
Aloha, yeah, exactly. I think he pulled out more than just nose hair.
That's 9 o'clock there, right? Exactly. Well, that's all intact in my brain, so I think I took out my frontal lobe.
There we go.
It's in the trash can in the house. I'll put it back tonight. All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. I am Jim. Jack and Ross, they sit right over there. Deb, she's at the checking your news right now.
And now, it's time for Woke News.
Do this, people.
Seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world.
On the Jim Colbert Show.
And Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. He's also host of the Home Loans Radio Show. Governor Ron DeSantis is calling the mass shooting in Central Florida over the Labor Day weekend, quote, an outrageous crime, end quote. DeSantis said the alleged gunman was, quote, totally off his rocker, end quote, and needs to face the, quote, full weight of the law. The governor added the shooting is an example of why police are necessary and need to be supported. A former Marine sharpshooter in both Iraq and Afghanistan is accused of killing 4 people and critically injuring an 11-year-old girl Sunday morning in Lakeland, and that lone survivor, thankfully, is showing signs of recovery. The 11-year-old girl was shot 7 times Sunday at that home near Lakeland, where 4 others were killed. The Lake Gibson Middle School student had surgery yesterday at Tampa General Hospital. She's in critical but stable condition. The Ledger identified those killed as the girl's 33-year-old mother, Teresa Lanham, Lanham's 40-year-old boyfriend, Justice Gleason, who reportedly had encountered the gunman first while he was just out mowing his grass. Their 3-year-old son, Jody Gleason, and Teresa's 62-year-old mother, Kathy Delgado, and there's no known connection between them and the 33-year-old suspect, a Marine veteran from Hillsborough County.
Completely random. Actually, there's the story is that he knocked on another door and he was asking for Angela.
Well,
or Amber.
And because he said he needed to. But yeah, so Polk County man is alive today. Thanks partly for not answering a knock on the door. And I don't know about you guys, but if someone's knocking at my door and it's between midnight and 6 a.m.,
I don't care what they say.
I'm not even going to the window to see what you're. I'm not even.
Even if I recognize the voice, you're going to have to show me an ID. I'm not.
Well, Miguel Rivera from Lakeland was home Sunday morning around 3:45 when he heard a knock on his door, but he didn't answer because, as he says, he was kind of scared. And then about 20 minutes later, he says he heard gunshots coming from the house next door. Rivera believes it was Brian Riley, the suspect, knocking on his door. And, of course, Riley now accused of killing those 4 people. From what his girlfriend had told investigators, and she's cooperating, she said that he did suffer from PTSD, but had never been violent, but had been in the last several weeks beginning to unravel. He had done security at a church in Orlando the week before the massacre and came home saying that he could communicate directly with God.
Whoops.
He was looking for this Amber because God told him that his Amber's daughter was going to commit suicide. The family had said, leave or we're going to call the police. Riley left and then showed up and put glow sticks in their driveway to lead deputies into a gun battle. When they encountered him, he was in head-to-toe camouflage, but that little bitch took 1 bullet and surrendered.
Oh, yeah, he just walked right on out of there
7
crying.
into an 11-year-old girl.
Right,
but,
he
but
takes one and he cries.
And Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd, man, I have so much mad respect for that man because he just doesn't cut any punches. He had said over the weekend with several press conferences that it was regrettable that he did not come to the door with a gun because he said then we would have been able to read a newspaper through him.
The Grady's the only sheriff that asks for gunfights. Like he encourages them to not do that.
Well, because he said, because he said he's a coward. You know, the guy got shot, I think, once in his arm or something like that, and then ended up surrendering. Told investigators he was on meth. That hasn't been corroborated.
He also said something like, "You know why I did this." To the cops who were arresting him, very cryptically said, you know why I did this. Then he said something about, I guess I'm just an evil guy or a mad guy. And like you said, the crazy part of this is had no violent eruptions until 2 weeks. And that church service where he provided some security obviously had a massive impact on him, and he just snapped. I don't know what else to say. I've never been in war. I've never had to do that. I know people who have been in war who have actually seen friends and family pass, and it has negatively affected them. And they have to manage it. I shouldn't say negatively affected because they are a productive person, but it does affect them greatly. I don't have any relatable story to say to that, so it's hard to comment on except for the guy snapped and took out a completely innocent family. Shot that woman while she was holding that kid.
Well, she was holding a 3-month-old baby. Yeah, exactly. And he has no criminal history that they could lean on, no radicalization over the internet, or, of course, they're going to be delving into that more and more. But again, even if the girlfriend had called the sheriff's office and said, my boyfriend seems to be a little erratic
What can
these
they
days,
do?
what can they do?
Yeah.
That's the most frustrating part of this. All right, now on to some good news. Florida is seeing a downward trend in COVID cases. Yay! Associate Professor of Epidemiology at the University of South Florida, Dr. Jason Salemi, says over the last week, Florida has seen cases decrease across the board. The latest numbers from the Department of Health and Human Services show about 25% of Florida's ICU beds are in use for patients who are dealing with COVID-19. That's a nice number to hear after a couple of weeks in the 90s.
Got to clear them out for that moo.
Yeah, and Salemi says, the new one. And Salemi says the number of kids being admitted is trending down too. But President and CEO of the Florida Hospital Association, Mary Mayhew, says, slow your roll, y'all.
Right.
Because while the numbers are down, hospitals are still full.
Don't have them licking handrails just yet.
Yeah, exactly. Or sniffing broadcast mics. You know, all that
Any of that
stuff.
stuff.
I can't wait until people get to cough in my mouth.
Oh, I miss it too, Ross. I really do.
That was just what I did on Saturday night, so I don't know what to tell you.
Well, meanwhile, 3 USF graduates, and I believe University of South Florida, I believe that's where Scott Maxwell's son attends school.
USF? I'm not sure. Somewhere down there.
I believe so. But, 3 USF graduates are responsible for what could be a breakthrough COVID treatment. The school announced last week that medical engineering grads had won a national competition about 2 weeks ago for inventing a ventilator that can treat at least 2 patients at the same time.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. Now, while they were inspired by COVID, one of the inventors says its uses goes beyond the pandemic. It could be used in natural disasters. Think of Ida, between what's going on the Gulf Coast in New Jersey and New York, military settings, or rural hospitals that are short on ventilators anyway.
Yeah.
So, all right, a search is being suspended for a diver who went missing off the coast of Daytona Beach. Man, these are the kind of stories that just make me too chicken-ass to take diving on as a hobby. But officials say attorney Jim Evans has been missing since Friday, and searchers are reporting that they went through over 5,000 square miles over 100 hours looking for Evans. Now, he was last seen wearing a camouflage dive suit and was diving from a 28-foot boat with his daughter. Apparently, Jimmy, you were telling me, went under, dove, and never resurfaced.
And a very skilled diver. I think there were 20 miles or so offshore, which sounds like a lot, but I guess really isn't. Code Black took his boat out, 25 or 6 footer out that far to go fishing not that long ago. So depending on how the surf is, you can go out there in a boat like that and out there diving.
Camouflage dive suit.
It was a multiple color camouflage. So imagine, you've seen the camouflage where they'll change into what would be green or light green. It would be pink or gray. I think that's what it was. They said multiple color. It was a camouflage print is what it was, if I read it correctly.
If you're diving, who are you hiding from?
Well, yeah, you don't want to wear one blue. That's for damn sure. But yeah, that's terrible. And he put down a marker. He did everything you're supposed to do. But it's weird. I was talking to Deb. There is a storm out there, and even though it's far out there,
oh yeah, that's going to lead into the next story.
It creates more stuff that happens thousands of miles away that you don't know. But you get out there 20 miles out there and go down 60 feet. There got to be currents that happen because of that.
I mean, I've never dove that far, but Jack, could that happen? Like a rip current underwater that you get dragged away from your dive site?
Well, not usually that far out. I mean, the current usually is on the surface, but underneath, I guess you drag. I don't remember diving and being moved that much.
Yeah, but he could have had a heart attack.
Yeah, exactly.
And then once
it bends. I mean,
anything.
Yeah. 5,000 square miles, though, they searched. They used C-130 planes. They used helicopters. They used their own divers. Well, lifeguards are coming off a busy Labor Day weekend, keeping swimmers safe along the Volusia County coast. I had said this at the beginning of the show. There in Daytona Beach shores, watch lifeguards hauling ass down the beach in their emergency vehicle, lights and sirens going. Well, ocean rescue officials say more than 100 people had to be rescued from the water due to rough surf. The National Weather Service expects a high risk of rip currents at East Coast beaches to continue through Friday. This is all courtesy of Hurricane Larry. Like you were mentioning, Jimmy is going to be staying well off the coast of Florida, but creating dangerous rip currents and, large waves, which of course is making the surfers happy. But lifeguards also treated more than 200 250 people for jellyfish stings.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole lot of pee.
Saw a bunch of that on Facebook, too.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of pee, and that's one guy really liking it.
Hey, I just thought of something, because I come up with these inventions, and then I say them on the air, and then other people can take them and make lots of money. I don't have any
Not
problem
like
with that.
Impossible Meat did that? Or?
I'm going to give you one of these, right? This would be a really good idea. They should come up, you have those air guns that you shoot T-shirts with.
Right.
Yes.
They should come up with a flotation device that you can keep at the guard tower that has a trailing line that you could shoot out into the ocean hundreds of yards so that you don't require a lifeguard to go out there and try to swim in really deadly currents. Those air guns, by the way, have the ability to shoot compressed packages a really, really long way. And you can't tell me that one couldn't have a trigger scenario where as it left the barrel and as it ended, because you have those, don't you have vests that automatically inflate when they hit water? Have you guys heard of those?
Yeah, don't commercial fishermen have those survival suits they have to put on?
But you could do that. You could actually shoot a trailing thing, so you could shoot one of those things hundreds of yards out in the ocean and provide a trailing line and a flotation device for people who are drowning.
Yeah, but
catch.
But then you'll accidentally get mixed up, and in an emergency, someone's drowning. They shoot the gun, and it's like, enjoy that Don Reed Ford Orlando Magic T-shirt.
That's terrible. I'm drowning. I don't care about stuff.
Well, listen, speaking of tropical weather, we may not be getting Hurricane Larry, but we are going to get our own mess this week. An area of interest out in the Gulf of Mexico is forecast to pass over Florida this week. It has improved odds of developing into the next tropical depression before landfall.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is according to the National Hurricane Center, and their 2 p.m. Update said that this trough of low pressure that they're watching has a 30% chance of becoming the next tropical depression by Thursday, a 40% chance of doing so by Sunday. If the storm were to develop into a tropical storm, it would be the 13th named storm of the season and take on the very intimidating name of Mindy.
Yeah.
Mindy?
Yeah.
Mindy.
Mindy the Hurricanes kind of sounds fun.
I think Mindy is a little intimidating, man.
She likes to party.
It's too nice of a name.
You're right.
I don't trust it. I used to like, Katrina's?
Yeah.
I think Katrina's a nice sounding name. I'm just saying.
Well, too Russian for me.
It's the nice ones that have skeletons in the closet.
Well, it's not going to have a huge impact. It's just a reminder to put the umbrella in the back of the car because we have about a 60% coverage of rain starting tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. So it could be a rainy taking the kids to the bus stop, rainy picking them up.
When you look at this thing on a weather map, though, it looks like a 50-year-old that drinks too much wine. It's like a real messy...
all over the place.
Local bar at 2 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday kind of
thing. Don't be sloppy.
50-year-old that drinks too much wine?
I meant to say 60.
Sounds like a Mindy to me.
Yeah.
That is a Mindy, my God. All right, this is pretty cool. Seminole County, both Jack and Jim, both residents in Seminole County. Well, they're protecting their firefighters, but it's what they're protecting them from that's pretty cool. Exhaust fumes.
What was that?
A $1 million federal grant is going to be used to install a system that will get rid of fumes from fire trucks parked inside stations.
Oh, wow.
My question is, why can't you just turn the damn thing off?
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's
Well, the motor runs the pump, right? I mean, if it does, it seemed like they would put that outside.
You'd think, but if there's inclement weather, I don't know all the situations, but it's one of many hazards that we're just really learning just how dangerous. As if running into burning buildings isn't dangerous enough, then you find out the incidences of cancer with firefighters, of course, is getting exponentially worse. The more foam that we use, the more fire retardant. They talk about how a house burning in 2021 is a completely different experience from a house burning in 1970 because of our building materials are,
so different. Yeah. Plus in the 70s, there's still asbestos, which is, a big problem as well. I watched, there's a 9/11 on Netflix. There's a 9/11 documentary. It's a series. And it's fascinating, by the way. You got to get past the emotion of it because if it is one of the worst days of this country's history. But in that same sense, boy, you talking about getting the respect for firefighters?
Oh yeah.
Watch the first 3 episodes of that damn thing, and as people are coming down and they're telling the firefighters they are running from fire. Those dudes are putting their heads down and running into the
and
fire.
having
Upstairs, no idea they're going to make it out.
40 pounds of gear. How many flights of stairs to try and get up
90,
to where those? Yeah,
90. By the way, was the one of them. One guy. Matter of fact, they tell a story. A firefighter telling a story about he's getting up there. He's like 11 floors up, and he sees somebody coming down, and they start asking questions. He goes, "Just keep going down, keep going down. Where did you come from?" He goes, I'm on the 90th floor, and the fire was just above me." And he said he heard the guy look at his crew and go, "Well, we got a long climb, guys." They were going up 90 floors into an effing fire.
Walking. So you have to walk 90 flights and then get ready to fight the fire. Well, back in Seminole County, officials say that the new systems are scheduled to be installed in 19 Seminole County fire stations over the next 3 years. And real quick, I did want to do this story, Jimmy, because this is a big week of remembrance leading up into Saturday. But that's because we're old enough to remember. But the National September 11th Museum is working to ensure the next generation never forgets about 9/11. The Never Forget Fund is providing educational program for students and teachers on the history and the impact of the 2001 terror attacks. Think of this. The president of the September 11th Museum says a younger generation of Americans don't remember 9/11. So for them, it's just simply history.
Wow. No different like Pearl Harbor to us.
Exactly. So the museum has a website that has 9/11 lesson plans, webinars to give teachers a guide on teaching it in the classroom. The webinar is being put in thousands of libraries across the U.S., and, of course, this Saturday, we will be marking the nearly 3,000 people that were killed in the attacks on New York's World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and the crash of the airliner in a Pennsylvania field nearly 20 years ago. Hard to believe.
Yep.
And finally, one rapper says he had a $24 million diamond ripped out of his forehead for being an idiot. No, ripped out of his forehead at a music festival in July. Little Uzi Vert told TMZ fans at the Rolling Loud Festival in Miami, snatched the diamond that was embedded in his forehead. That's so Miami, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Just walk right up and pull it right out of your face. When he jumped into the crowd, Uzi reportedly suffered no serious facial damage. That had already been done. That boy, ugly.
So cute.
And he was able to recover the diamond. He actually had the diamond removed earlier in the summer, but had put it back in for Rolling Loud.
Nice.
You know, he wanted to have his bling.
Yeah, you got to look good.
Got to look good. And now you all are officially woke. And again, Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Probably the easiest part of buying a home for Chris and I was getting the opportunity to work with that mortgage guy, Don. He is accessible. He communicates. He explains everything. And listen, he can do the same for you, even if this is your 15th rental property. You're an investor. You don't need someone to talk down to you. You know exactly what you're doing. Well, that mortgage guy, Don, can take care of you too. Refinance and everything in between. And it's as easy as going to homeloansradio.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I'll show you what love looks like next.
No.
Orlando City travels north to face rival Atlanta United this Friday. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. on our sister station, FM 96.9 The Game and iHeartRadio. Orlando City matches on Real Radio are brought to you by Mossy Oak Fence.
This Real Radio 104.1 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
Hey everybody, good Tuesday to you. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King and now Fox 35 Storm Center. Quick weather update for the rest of your Tuesday here in Central Florida. Hot and humid, low 90s those highs. Look for increasing clouds, especially by this afternoon as shower and storm chances developing after 2-3 o'clock. Looks about 60% coverage today. Some heavy downpours and cloud the ground lightning in effect. 74 tonight, passing clouds with a few showers before 10 p.m. Chance late at 20%. Then we'll trend partly cloudy, warm and muggy through the overnight with light winds. Have a good one. Keep it at a Fox for the very latest. For Fox 35, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Take care.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year. It's amazing because Discover is accepted at 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen Report limitations apply.
Thinking about a new security system, maybe upgrading your existing system? I recommend Safe Touch Security Systems. The only reason One of the only reasons I love these guys is the two-way communicator. That's actually the number one reason, because you have that live operator 24/7 in the fastest emergency response possible. Crooks know to stay away because they always do their job. And when you have that great security system, you go away, you expect the police to be the first ones called. That's not exactly the case. With SafeTouch's two-way communicator, it's a direct connection to the command center that gets you the immediate response you need from a fire truck, from an officer, or maybe even an ambulance. Nobody does it faster, and the two-way communicator is the reason. Do what thousands have already done. Choose SafeTouch. And even if you have an existing alarm that's not being monitored, SafeTouch can monitor that alarm and give you a lifetime warranty for $0 down, only $29.95 a month. And check this, no phone line necessary. Just go to safetouch.com or call 888-723-8682. Again, that's safetouch.com. State license ZF233.
Overcoming chronic pain takes chronic strength. That's why, in honor of Pain Awareness Month, the Arthritis Foundation has partnered with iHeartRadio to recognize the chronic strength champions who fight chronic pain every day, and to celebrate their small wins by giving away one big trip. Enter to win a 7-night, all-expenses-paid wellness retreat for 2 at Hilton Head Health in South Carolina, valued at $10,000. The winner will enjoy gourmet cuisine, exercise classes in a beautiful island setting, and much more. The Arthritis Foundation is boldly pursuing a cure for America's #1 cause of disability, while championing the fight to conquer arthritis with life-changing science, resources, advocacy, and community connections. So say yes to starting your wellness journey. Enter to win this once-in-a-lifetime trip at championsweepstakes.com and explore the Arthritis Foundation's tools and resources to help develop your chronic strength. That's championsweepstakes.com. Again, championsweepstakes.com.
Hello, Orlando. It's time to meet Off-Lease Only Express. It's the hassle-free option to buying a car from your home. Off-Lease Only, the name you know and trust, is offering the same high-quality, nearly new cars, most priced thousands below retail, with a new way to buy a car that is fast and convenient. First, go to their website, offleaseonly.com. They've made it super easy for you to browse and choose from over 4,000 cars. Once you've selected your car, click on Express. You can even trade in your vehicle with just a couple of clicks. In just a few no-hassle steps, you can start your Express car deal online and choose either to finish in one of their 5 convenient locations or complete the deal entirely from your home. Then enjoy your new wheels, saving you tons of time and money. That comes with a 5-day, 500-mile exchange policy. Leave the stress behind and find peace of mind with Off-Lease Only Express. The hassle-free, fully transparent option to buying a car from home. Start today by visiting offleaseonly.com.
Sunnyside Plumbers.
Yes, my drains are backing up.
For service in Swedish, press 1.
What?
For service in Klingon, press 2.
But
For all other languages, press 3.
What the?
Fine. Please state the nature of your problem.
Drains backing up.
For drain problems, press 11.
There is no 11.
Must have a new phone. The old ones had 11.
That's it. This would never happen with Frank Gay.
But you didn't call Frank Gay.
Well,
Did you?
What was I thinking?
Indeed. So are your drains still plugged, or have they magically fixed themselves?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have plumbing or drain problems, you need help fast, a helpful operator to guide you, and plumbers who will provide a permanent solution. That's the Frank Gay way.
Sounds to me like you should have called Frank Gay.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Start fall with everything to do business better during Dell Technologies Labor Day event. Save up to 45% on select business PCs with Windows 10 Pro. Power your workday with savings on Dell servers, monitors, docks, and other accessories. Plus free shipping on everything. Do more with modern devices and Windows 10 Pro. Call 877-ASK-DELL for a Dell Technologies advisor who can help you find the right tech. That's 877-ASK-DELL for business specials during Dell's Labor Day event.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. Call Cordell & Cordell. You're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
You've got to swing this. Visit Lake presents Michael Andrew and Swinger Headband live at the Historic Community Building in downtown Mount Dora. on September 10th at 7:30. Get your tickets starting at just $20 at Mount Dora Community, BLDG.com.
The heat is on. That means the highest power bills of the year are on the way. It's time to smile when you see your power bill.
I smile because I save $300 a month on my power bill.
I smile because I'm saving my environment with a sustainable power choice.
We smile because we chose Solar Source.
Don't let another summer power bill pass you by. Get your free savings estimate today from Solar Source with next day appointments available. Visit solarsource.com. Now, when it comes to power, trust the source. Solar Source.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Real Radio is on Instagram because why wouldn't we be? You know what? Don't answer that. At Real Radio 1041, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitter.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Always text us at 77031. The triumphant return of, or changing, metamorphosis of Primetime Kitchen happens this Friday.
Oh, yeah.
4 o'clock, we'll have our first episode with Amy Drew Thompson from the Orlando Sentinel, the writer that actually was just part of that Scott Maxwell, top 10 people that make Orlando a better place to live.
Yeah.
Amy and Ricky Lee just got, Ricky Lee has a blog called Tasty Chomps. He's been a voice of the culinary world here in Central Florida for a decade, I believe. An engineer by trade, a foodie by love. And we've had Ricky on the show before, a great guy. And congrats to both of those guys. She'll make her debut Friday at 4 o'clock for Primetime Kitchen.
A little funky math on the part of Maxwell there.
Yeah, it is
13 people in the top 10.
It is a little funky math. By the way, we'll have a little surprise for you guys on Friday as well as we kick off Primetime Kitchen. That's all about expanding your culinary loves, correct?
Yeah.
Very good.
Summer of stuff, baby?
Yeah.
Later today?
Yeah, summer of stuff today at 5:20, by the way. That's when we will finally compile all of the gifts together. A MacBook Pro, a 70-inch TV, and, of course, the PS5 bundle. And today, 3 people
that's it?
Are going to get some really cool stuff. 5:20 will do that.
Well, we'll put 10 qualifiers in our Zoom.
Yeah, but 3 people are going to win. That's it.
And 7 people are going to be pissed. Wait, maybe we should rethink this.
Yeah, 7 people are going to yell out some really awful words, and 3 people are going to scream happy stuff, hopefully. All right, before we went to break, I told you guys I will tell you what love looks like. And I only chose this story because of this, because I wonder how many people would actually do this.
Oh.
I don't know if you saw this story. Did you guys see the story of the former French soccer player Jean-Pierre Adams?
No.
He died Monday.
Oh.
It was he was old. He was
love is death.
Well, not necessarily. He was 73 years old. Here's his story. In 1982, during a routine knee surgery, Jean-Pierre went into a coma because of a incorrect dosage of anesthesia. He suffered a cardiac arrest that included brain damage. They said they did all they could for him, and everything kind of went the way it was supposed to go. And then they said, "Hey, look, we don't know what to tell you. He's in a coma, and I guess he can come out at any time. So until then, we're going to send him home." That was in 1982. He died yesterday.
Wow.
So this woman that he was married to took care of him every day of his life for almost 40 years, sacrificed her entire existence to maintain the life of a man that could not give her anything. Not love, not a hug, not a kiss, not a caress, not a card, not a Valentine's Day anything. That woman took care of this man as he lay there in a coma for 39 years.
So now you know what for better or worse.
That is love or insanity. It's one of the two. But I would lean that woman loved that man, and when she made that commitment to him
that's what
at the altar in front of God,
that's what the vow is.
She meant it. And that's exactly what happened. In the mid-'90s, they were, and by the way, the people who did this to him were fined $900 each.
What?
They were fined $900 each.
But that was in the 80s, so in like today's prices, that's like what, $1,300?
He was born in Senegal. He played for Paris Saint-Germain.
That's a big team.
And Nice. He won 22 caps for France between 1972 and 1976. He also made appearances for Nimes, Nimes. I'm not 100% sure. He went there to fix damage to his tendon. And then, of course, his life changed dramatically, and so did his wife. He died at 73 years after being in a coma for 39 years. His wife tended to him every day of his life.
Unfortunately, that surgery took place during a strike among hospital employees leaving the facility where he had his surgery shorthanded. Apparently, the female anesthetist who was looking after him was also looking after 7 other patients.
Wow. So there you go. But if you ever wondered, my wife and I have this joking thing. Like if she even lost a little bit of one of her fingers, I would have to go. Like I wouldn't be able to look at her anymore. So we kind of joke about that. Like that's a running joke in our relationship about like what would happen if I got too much of a tan, she would be out. Like that kind of thing. And this wouldn't even made it past the 8th day. I'd have just died there face down in my bedroom and she'd have been in Bermuda. All right, 407-916-1041. Let's do What'd You Do That's New next here on the Jim Colbert Show. Deb's guess is up.
Visual aids available at realradio.fm.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, the lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
Central Florida Parkway is still shut down just east of OBT. This is due to power lines down. Both directions affected at Astronaut Boulevard. Use Weatherby or Taft Island Road for alternates. We have 2 northbound lanes blocked on Apopka Island Road. At Conroy Windermere Road, consider Winter Garden Island Road for an easier ride. Southbound travel on the Turnpike still jammed approaching Canoe Creek Road. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by WaltDisneyWorld.jobs.
Be a part of the magic. Walt Disney World Resort is offering a hiring bonus of $1,000 for housekeeping and select culinary roles. Receive weekly pay, tuition assistance, and childcare support. To apply, visit WaltDisneyWorld.jobs.
Man, let me tell you something. If you are in Florida, hurricanes, storms can be a real mess. That's why Complete Power Resources is CPR for your home or business when the power goes out. Standby generators, that's the business they're in, and they're very, very good at it. They've been doing it a long time. Professionally trained, licensed, insured, bonded, background check, and even COVID-19 tested. Techs will come out, install your generator of your choice to make sure you get the power you need when you need it. When your house is there glowing and everybody else is down because of the power being out, you are a superstar, and these things are awesome. By the way, they hold their value. You buy it now. If you decide to sell your house, you're going to make your money back. So this is a great investment, and this company is financially sound. They have plenty of inventory ready to go. Briggs & Stratton, Generac, Kohler, Cummins, all the top stuff, and they not only sell it, they service it as well. Their technicians are knowledgeable in all brands, ready to get you the generator of your dreams and keep you glowing when the lights go out here in Florida. It's Complete Power Resources. They handle everything, even the permitting. Give them a call today. It's CompletePowerResources.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's opponents on Man vs. Train. At the crossing, we have Rick, a 175-pound frustrated man who's running late for work. And on the tracks, we have Bull, a million-pound freight train that takes a mile to stop. Let's see who comes out on top.
You can't beat a train, so don't try. Stop. Trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA.
In St. Pete Clearwater, let your senses be your guide. Follow the incredible aroma of outdoor dining under a starlit night. Or see the sunset over the Gulf, painting a magnificent orange and red sky. Feel the gentle breeze on a leisurely stroll along the new St. Pete Pier. Or let every sense come alive at the Salvador Dali Museum. Sounds like it's time for a fall getaway. You can sense it. Plan your fall escape to America's best beaches at visitstpeteclearwater.com.
Get ready for an unprecedented diamond buying opportunity at International Diamond Center. 3 days only, September 17th, 18th, and 19th. IDC is rolling out the largest selection of hand-picked diamonds ever seen here. And you can buy like a dealer buys. Choose from thousands of GIA and Forever Mark diamonds. These are the best of the best, certified by the world's top gem labs. Rare, precious diamonds at prices never seen before. Rounds, princess cuts, emerald cuts, cushion cuts, ovals, from 1 carat to 20 carats, all on sale. Don't be be surprised to see jewelry store owners and diamond brokers shopping at this event. It's IDC's largest and most aggressive public diamond buying event ever. And if that wasn't enough, we're offering 3 years zero-interest financing on any diamond purchase. Plus, for these 3 days, you get extra savings and incentives on all engagement ring mountings, including Tacor. Don't miss this amazing opportunity. An open to the public multi-million-dollar diamond buying event next weekend only, September 17th through 19th, and only at International Diamond Center, 4 Orlando showrooms on approved credit.
This is your fairy godmother. Please stop asking me for free money orders. Amscot has them, early, late, with more 24-hour locations than ever. Even I can't do that.
Free money orders at Amscot, no purchase fees.
So, what are you sipping? Whether it's our freshly ground coffee to wake you up, or an icy Polar Pop cup or Froster to keep you going, our new Sip and Save drink subscription at Circle K will keep you refreshed every day. Join Circle K's Sip and Save and grab any size drink every day for just $5.99 a month. Yeah! Start sipping and saving today. Just sign up with your mobile number when you check out at Circle K. Limited time offer at participating locations.
I want to break free!
Break free in 2022 with Norwegian's Labor Day sale. Book your cruise today and enjoy 30% off, free open bar, and much more. With our leading health and safety program, you can cruise with the ultimate freedom on 100% fully vaccinated ships that are fully open to explore. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free. Ships registry, the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
In the time before AT&T fiber internet.
What? What are you doing in me dungeon?
It's the only place where the bloody Wi-Fi works.
Oh, and you don't mind the spiders?
Spiders? What spiders? Oh no, they're everywhere! Oh!
In the time after AT&T fiber internet.
It's nice having fast, reliable Wi-Fi in the whole house.
For sure.
The dawn of a better internet era with AT&T fiber.
Limited availability in select areas. Check eligibility at att.com/getfiber. AT&T Smart Wi-Fi extenders may be required. Sold separately. Restrictions apply.
Hey Orlando, this is Paul Anka for PDQ.
PDQ from start to closing, afternoon to night. Made to order, never frozen, with love in every bite. Quality that's fast and fresh, that's our pledge to you. For chicken just made so much better, count on PDQ.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lynch Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeart radio station. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Had to measure how cool you were there, Jack. If Can't Touch This came out, we would have been in bad shape. All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. We do have a big, big day. Not only do we have What You Do That's New coming up right now, Naomi Bradshaw with Tracing Trauma coming up a little bit. Also, we are giving away the stuff. Summer of Stuff comes to an end today at 5:20. 3 lucky people will walk away with a very, very, very good start to their week.
Yeah.
That's all coming up later in the show. Of course, we have your calls and texts. Ross thoughts, trivia, all kinds of fun stuff today. So let's do What You Do That's New.
What you do that's new? What you do that's new? Hey! If we only knew something new to do, we're relying on you. Tell us something new brought to you by Klausman Law.
That's right, Klausman Law, KLAUSMAN Law.com. Offices up in Winter Park, 407-917-1718. Car crash, call Klausman. He'll take good care of you. Like our buddy had the motorcycle wreck last week.
Yeah.
Couldn't get help first, went to Glenn. Glenn knew all those little eccentricities of the law. Found that dude some money when he was SOL. And that's just one of many he does during every single week of his life. All right, what'd you do that's new? If you're just joining the program or just listening to the show for the first time, every Tuesday at 4 o'clock, each member of the show, bi-weekly or weekly, will pick something for the other members of the show to watch, read, or listen to. And we come back that following Tuesday, find out what we thought about it, and then select something else and move forward. The master list is easily findable at JimColbertLive.com. Deb, you were up this week. What did you choose?
I chose LFG.
Let's
effing go.
That's right. It's the documentary on the equal pay problem with the U.S. national women's soccer team.
Yeah, and the LFG is kind of like their rallying cry for the team beyond the equal pay issue, but it is the name of the documentary. It's about an hour and 45 minutes long. CNN premiered it last night at 9 p.m. It's also available on HBO Max.
It is, and I did check it out, and there's also some interesting correspondence, some reading that you can read in conjunction with watching the documentary that I was doing while kind of watching it, because I found a little bit of it. Megan Rapinoe heavy.
Rapinoe
heavy.
Is that how you say her name?
It's Rapinoe.
It's Rapinoe. It is Rapinoe. I thought so.
I found it to be a little her heavy.
Well, she's the captain, correct?
She is, and also
and
has been very kind of like the vocal leader of the movement.
Yeah.
For me, Julie Foudy was the more interesting, describing the 1999 World Cup.
Right, yeah.
Because, hearing her expectation that, okay, now we've won the World Cup and this is going to open people's eyes and this is what's going to change, and hearing the conditions that they played in. So I didn't finish it because don't really need to.
What?
I'll finish the rest of it. I have like 30 minutes left of it to watch.
I watched, and I kind of,
because I knew Jim wasn't going to watch an hour and 45.
Actually, I made it through about an hour and 15 minutes of it. But what I did was, hold on. I skipped around. And I read as much on it as I did watch that, because again, I thought this was too much social stuff with Megan Rapinoe. It just seemed to be a documentary about her. And the other team kind of dragged along. And then, of course, you got to hear about the case. And the case is valid. I mean, some of the facts are valid. There's some interesting kind of wrinkles in that. But the entire thing, if you're not aware of what we're talking about, it's the U.S. women's national team has won how many World Cups? 3?
At the time, no, it was 4.
4. Plus a bunch of other accolades, constantly draw massive crowds for the games, and are considerably more successful than the men's team.
Which really what it's about is, because the texting service, I'm sure, is about to light up with they offered them the same deal that the men got, and then they turned them down. And I don't really know enough of the details about that, because you can always have the argument about it coming down to dollars and cents. But really what it comes down to, the argument outside of the sports world in this sports documentary, is value.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And that
beyond the metrics that you can measure,
and that's what makes it interesting for me. In the argument in the world of professional sports, is what makes this really unique to me. Because I was like, I don't know that anyone would argue that if two people came into an office for a job, one was male, one was female, and one had accolades and a great record, the other one did as well. The one that is the more applicable for the job gets chosen, and they get the pay. It's not a 15% difference because one has a penis and the other doesn't. And I don't know how well that's really applied here, because the world of sports is so much more reliant on just whether you can get the reports out on that Tuesday or not. So many other factors and variables. I found that to be a really weird argument inside this particular context. What did you guys think?
So I'm a huge fan of documentaries, and I'm also about women's soccer players getting paid more, which is why I'm in a kind of a weird place right now, which is I did not like this documentary.
Okay.
One of my biggest indicators of what makes a good documentary is if it tells the story even with brutally honest moments and uncomfortable moments for one side versus the other side. This is a one-side thing.
Yeah, that I saw that a lot with the comments about this documentary, is that it would have been so much better if it weren't so heavy-handed on one side.
And it really, and a big indicator of what makes a good documentary, a great documentary, is when it feels maybe 5% commercial, 95% story. This felt very 95% commercial, 5% story.
That's what it felt like to me, too. It felt like they were trying to sell me this lawsuit.
They glossed over, in my opinion, I think there's one sentence about it, maybe two, could have been a semicolon kind of thing. It's FIFA. It's it's not the U.S. Soccer Federation. I believe our U.S. Soccer Federation pays our women more than any other country. I might be a little murky on that.
Oh,
but
no, you got that correct.
But the total money coming in to be distributed to those teams is considerably less than males, right? $400 million to $60 million is what the projected numbers are, right?
Yeah, so it's FIFA that determines how much you win if you win the World Cup. And I know that we're chasing after that goal. FIFA has already came out and said, like, yeah, we could do better. Over the next 3-4 years, you have millions and millions.
They're going to double it.
More dollars coming into women's soccer. But it was strange. The more I watched, I was like, this is hard for me to feel like we're pinpointing almost like the mini boss and not the main boss that is FIFA, which has been steeped in corruption ever since I've got into the beautiful game. So I'm all for women making more money when it comes to professional sports and especially soccer. It's what grabs my eyes. I love the Women's World Cup. It is spicy. I think the women's, and this is a hot take, at least coming from a soccer fan, I guess, but the women's game, the women's product is just as entertaining as the men's. I've said it last week when this was suggested, is that you will not see any diving.
No.
In women's soccer.
The men are considerably more prima donnas than the women.
And it is a different product, but I can tell you competition is still the same, and competition is what drives, at least for me, entertainment when it comes to soccer.
Gotcha.
So it was weird kind of putting all this blame on the U.S. Soccer Federation when it's really FIFA who I would say is the main villain on
because
this.
they pour the money down into the other areas and they're distributing it. They distribute it how they see fit. What do you think, Jack?
Well, actually, contrary to Ross's comment, the documentary said that, FIFA provides the money to the U.S. Soccer Federation, and its U.S. Soccer Federation decides how it's split between the men and women's team.
But I'm just saying that FIFA isn't giving a lot of money to the women's product.
Yeah. So, and some text coming in saying, if the women's was more popular or they get paid more. So these issues were dealt with in the documentary. I watched the whole documentary. The one is that the women's team over the past 6 years has earned more than the men's team. They have brought more in, yet still get paid less per person. They also talk about, and this is the reason which you would have seen at the very end of the documentary, that a judge dismissed part of the case because he's saying over a period of time, the women were paid more. If you look at it closely, though, the women were paid more. The women played more games because the women were more successful. The women won more tournaments, therefore stayed in more tournaments, had more games played, so they earned more total money. But when you break it out on a game by game, if you rate it to prorate it to the amount of games played, the guys are paid more.
Yeah.
So there, for anyone texting saying the women were paid more, well, that's because of their success. They won more games, stayed in tournaments longer, won more championships.
It's 111 to 83 total games over the period of pay that they're talking about. So
exactly,
that's a considerable percentage.
Yeah. So I thought I think the issue that we had when we were talking about this a week ago when Deb assigned it was, well, if they are dipping out of a smaller pool of money, you can't expect to get paid the same. What they showed in the documentary is it is an equal pool of money. In fact, that the women's game has brought in more money than the men's game, yet they're getting paid less.
It's like Julie Foudy said, the permeating attitude is, just be grateful you got a place to play, sweetheart.
Right, yeah,
just be grateful you've got somewhere to play.
That's an age-old corporate argument, by the way. Thank God you have a job, though, right?
Oh yeah, of course. It still doesn't hold water.
I don't know. It's an odd recommend. I mean, if you want to watch and know a little bit about it is. But it is a lot of Megan Rapinoe. If you don't like her, don't watch it because she is in damn near every frame of it. And I've heard that Alex Morgan is just as important to the movement as Megan Rapinoe is, but she wasn't featured even half as much. I mean, isn't she co-captain?
She was not in the documentary. They showed her, but she was not interviewed as part of it. I don't know why she didn't take part.
Well, you got to remember, she also came out. And I don't know if her and Megan Rapinoe's relationship is all that solid because wasn't she the one that said that Megan Rapinoe basically bullied the entire team into taking a knee during the anthem? That like she was very adamant about that entire thing to the rest of the team. I think one of those players came out and said that. And it was one of the major players said, Ben, I don't know if you guys know this, but during that entire thing, it felt like Megan Rapinoe was like almost bullying us into taking a knee so it would all be, it would all be the same. It would be unified. But I can't remember who it was.
But if you have a young girl who's interested in and maybe wants to grow up and be in the WNBA or be on the U.S. national team, this is really a documentary for parents of young girls who are going to be facing this fight when they grow up.
Yeah.
Your daughters and even Jack's daughters are almost too old to hope to make that kind of change in their lifetime.
And interestingly, I have a daughter in the military. So in the military, they're not supposed to see any of that, right? You do the job, you get the pay. Which is an interesting argument because then I have other daughters in the other workforce and they do experience that. So it's just a really unique argument up and down. Again, it's called LFG, Let's Effin' Go. It is the documentary, like Deb said, aired on CNN last night. You can check it out on HBO Max. Check out the link up at JimColbertLive.com, or you can kind of fly through there. If you have the account, you can check it out. I don't know if you can search it on CNN and see it there.
I just recorded it
because
I knew it was going to be on and for free in case people didn't have HBO Max.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll have the ability to kind of play it through there in case you don't have HBO Max, but I doubt it because they want you to buy that stuff. But you can check it out. I would suggest, by the way, if you're going to watch it, I would suggest kind of getting a reputable publication. The one that I was reading, the story was in Sports Illustrated. They still have a good enough reputation, right, where you can believe what they say?
I don't even know anymore. For me, they do, but...
Same here, too. So I read a corresponding story with it, and it was actually another unique take and more information about the entire situation. Check it out. LFG. Who is next?
I watch a couple documentaries, obviously. I don't do this every year when we get to the... anniversary of 9/11. I don't kind of relive all that news footage. I know some networks will just keep replaying the footage as it happened on that day. It was something that I chose not to do. However, on the 20th anniversary and with more of these documentaries coming out, I watched a couple different ones. And I wanted to find the best one to suggest. And the one I am recommending for next week is actually, Jim, the one you pointed to earlier. It's called Turning Point, 9/11 and the War on Terror, Episode 1. It's on Netflix. Episode 1 is 60 minutes long. The first half will be some new stuff on the events of the towers falling, and the second half is the history of our involvement in Afghanistan, what led to the attacks and how we actually first started with the U.S. involvement in Afghanistan.
If you want to, and I am so happy you chose this because it's so apt for what we're dealing with right now. If you want a really good idea of what the F we're doing in Afghanistan and why anybody would go there for any reason and have to fight at all in that godforsaken pit, you got to check this out because it gives you a really good idea of what happened. From the Russians to us to everybody. So we'll put that up at Jim Colbert Live as well. Back with Tracing Trauma, Naomi Bradshaw, right after this.
What you do that's new, brought to you by Glenn Klossman, KLAUSMANLAW.com. Proudly sponsored since day one by Glenn Klossman, KlossmanLaw.com.
Bye. From the Klossman Law Traffic Center, car crash? Call Klossman Law.
Well, it looks like officials are clearing earlier problems southbound on the Turnpike approaching South Canoe Creek Road, but watch for some slow traffic through here. We still have issues on Central Florida Parkway from fallen power cables just east of OBT. Use Weatherby or Taft Island Road as your alternates. Heavy traffic westbound on I-4 between 429 and Osceola Polkline Road. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. You may have heard that Allstate has new low auto rates, but isn't it time to see for yourself? With Allstate, you can lower your rates, not your expectations. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Our iconic iHeartRadio Music Festival is finally back, September 17th and 18th at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Billie Eilish, Cheap Trick, Coldplay, Dua Lipa, Finneas, Florida Georgia Line, J. Cole, Journey, Khalid, Lil Baby, Maroon 5, Nelly, Sam Hunt, Weezer, and more. Streaming free on the CW app and CWTV.com and live on iHeartRadio stations across America. Our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Spectrum Business called their competitors to see if any of them could beat Spectrum's Business Internet Plus phone offer for $69.98 per month with no added phone taxes or fees. Here are real quotes from the competition.
How are they pulling in no fees and taxes? That's madness.
I would 100% go with Spectrum.
Even the competition recommends Spectrum Business. Call 855-339-5344 and switch to Spectrum Business today.
Competitor quotes from actual phone conversations. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Owning a business comes with pressure. There's a limit to what I can do and still keep employees engaged. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30-plus years of HR experience to work to help me with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance, while giving my employees competitive benefit options. And because I'm able to focus on other priorities, my employees can thrive and my business can grow. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
Hey Central Florida, it's time to up your standard of driving. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. Are you sick of driving a car you hate? Raise the bar in a nice new car and lower your monthly payment at the same time. Used cars from just $69 per month. New cars from just $129 per month. Raise the bar and I'll get more for your old car. We'll pay up to $5,000 over appraised value for your clunker. Is your credit score lower than you like? We will help you get approved. That's what makes us your car dealer next door. Give it a try. I'm raising the bar and making my best offer ever. Like brand new Mirage's 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new 2022 Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. Plus check out our certified used cars. Monthly payments from just $69 per month. Trade-ins will pay over appraised value. So get here quick. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Mirage 9900 72 months. 2.9 APR. $9 down. $249 payment plus tax tag fees. Max trade incentive based on purchase.
I could ask my family for money, and I'm sure they'd help me out, but I'd rather depend on me.
An Amscot cash advance could mean up to $500 on the spot with no credit check. Get started at amscot.com.
Amscot.
Some restrictions apply.
The heat is on. That means the highest power bills of the year are on the way. It's time to smile when you see your power bill.
I smile because I save $300 a month on my power bill.
I smile because I'm saving my environment with a sustainable power choice.
We smile because we chose Solar Source.
Don't let another summer power bill pass you by. Get your free savings estimate today from Solar Source with next day appointments available. Visit solarsource.com. Now, when it comes to power, trust the source. Solar Source.
If you're injured, how much is your case worth? I'm attorney Mo DeWitt. You never asked to be injured. Don't let the insurance company shortchange you. Injured on the go? Offer too low? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com. Office Orlando.
Repairs at dealerships are expensive, and finding a quality repair shop can be hit or miss. That's why Castrol is partnering with independent workshops on an innovative network of repair shops. Here, we put quality products and a 3-year, 36,000-mile repair warranty in the hands of certified technicians to give you exceptional service at a great value. Visit our newest location, Swinson's Car Care in Winter Garden, today.
IDC's All Tacori Weekend is coming, September 17th, 18th, and 19th. Your best opportunity to experience the magic of Tacori with exciting incentives. Tacori is the brand above all brands in bridal and fashion, handcrafted in California by true artisans. Tacori sets the standard. IDC's flying in the entire Tacori collection for this 3-day event, including all new never-seen-before designs with stunning beauty from every angle. And if you purchase any Tacori engagement ring at this event, you'll get 36 months zero-interest financing, plus a 5 $500 gift card on us. Buy the matching band and get another $500. Buy his band and get another $500. $1,500 total. And while you're here, you can match that perfect ring with the most exquisite diamond the world has to offer. As IDC opens up the vault, showcasing our largest GIA and Forevermark diamond selection ever. Don't miss this spectacular and unprecedented 3-day event. International Diamond Center's All to Corey Weekend, September 17th through 19th, only at IDC. 4 Orlando showrooms on approved credit.
The trip of a lifetime to the concert of the year. It's the epic return of our iHeartRadio Music Festival next Friday and Saturday in Vegas. But there's only one trip left for you to win. Listen to the iHeartRadio Music Festival station on the free iHeart app, and you'll be entered to win this final trip to Vegas to see once-in-a-lifetime performances from Cheap Trick, Coldplay, Journey, Weezer, and more. Listen to the live iHeartRadio Music Festival station now to win the last trip. iHeart. Number 1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one app.
No payments till next year with approved credit. Visit nationstrucks.com today.
This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
We are just 1 hour away from the ending of the Summer of Stuff, courtesy of our friends Code Black IT. We'll give it all away at 5:20, so you'll be sure to tune in there. Make sure you log on to either our YouTube channel, Twitch, or Facebook to see the live feed there as well, because we're going to do it live on the air. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. The first Tuesday of every month, we invite NaomiBradshaw.com to drop by for Tracing Trauma.
Hello.
Hello.
What is going on, girlie?
Oh, just breathing and smiling
Yeah.
and living and stuff.
You look super happy, man. I'm glad to see that.
Well, thank you. I'm just taking each moment as it comes.
I got you 100%. That's the best way to do it. By the way, let me remind everybody, Tracing Trauma is Naomi Bradshaw. She's not a licensed doctor or physician or therapist or anything. She's just a girl who's gone through some pretty stiff stuff from a very young age, and she started sharing you ways that she pulled herself out of it and have given herself a better path in life. And she's just sharing that stuff with you in a segment called Tracing Trauma. The blog you can find on Facebook. You can also find it at tracingtrauma.com. What are we talking about this week, kiddo? Or month, I should say.
Well, I finally came out with a blog.
A blog, huh?
Yeah, if anybody out there knows what it's like to have writer's block, I went through that for about 2 months. And it messes with your head because I was going on a roll for about a year. Mm-hmm. Every month it was like clockwork coming out with a blog. And then all of a sudden it was like, the breaks.
So tell me real quick, I don't mean to interrupt, but in a block like that, because I'm not really a writer, but with a block like that, is it coming up with something to talk about, or when you come up with something to talk about, actually finding something to support the thought? Which is it?
Well, for my particular blog, since it's about my journey, my life journey and my recovery journey, I'm doing it sequentially.
Got it.
I use my real life experiences and how I'm going through things now, as well as things from the past. So that's why, as I was coming up to this next section, I was getting a little bit nervous because I'm coming upon some pretty serious things that happened to me when I was 14 years old. So these things have to do with me being held against my will and being trafficked. So these are things I never really talked about with other people. So I think what was happening internally was I was having a lot of dread. And I really didn't know. I was thinking a little bit too far ahead.
Right.
Now that I'm honest with myself,
Yeah.
I resolved that.
Is there, tell me about the emotions that come with that when you think about that time in your life. Is there shame? Is there hate? Is there any positive that you can kind of draw from that? I know that seems almost ridiculous to ask, but the human brain is incredibly wonderful in how it can turn those horribles into positives in some way, shape, or form.
Yes. I'm incredibly proud of 14-year-old Naomi. What a resilient young lady. who was held against her will and battered about and abused, but in a big city called Cleveland, Ohio. And I managed to escape that hell. And here I sit today to tell anybody else that goes through things that are so difficult, they can't even articulate the words to describe them, that there's somebody else out there that went through it, came out the other side, and is here to give you hope. That's me.
It's so interesting because, in a weird way, I don't do it like you do it, because I did not have that tragic childhood that you did. And I know that obviously can help people find a path. But, just talking about this situation with my mom, from the minute she went into the hospital to the path all the way up until her finally passing, I got so many emails, so many messages saying thank you for purging that, because I wasn't able to when I was going through it. And that was incredibly redeeming for me, which I don't find a lot of that in my life sometimes, because I'm a little bit robotic when it comes to doing things. So I can leave emotion out of it a lot of times and just get the job done, which I'm extremely good at. But in that other aspect, I get kind of poor at that at times, and I ignore that aspect of my personality.
Well, you've come a long way, Jim, as a fan of the radio station for so long. So don't sell yourself short.
No, I'm not.
But
I'm just saying I have a parallel
opened up.
experience. I mean, I understand, because you get that idea, but you having to fight that way out of that.
Right. And also, if we don't allow ourselves to open up and share these really difficult things that have happened to us, then we're not going to get the benefit of all that love that we are going to get when other people that are vulnerable like us, hear us having the courage to say those things. That gives them hope.
Well, I mean, obviously, it's very cool to hear those things. You want, when people find some solace in something you've had to deal with, and they weren't able to. So that's very good. And I know that you do that for a lot of people here as well. You have a lot of interesting stuff coming up, and I can only imagine these things are challenges for you. And I see that in the last year of your life, you really, let's talk about you being on the show for a period of time and watching you break out of these shells. Still going into these weird little bulbs of self-doubt, and it seems like you've put a lot of that in the rear view, because you got some really interesting stuff that I didn't see you doing a few years back.
Nor did I. For example, 3 years ago, Michael Andrew and I sat down in a little breakfast nook, and I had my genealogy notes and some photographs. And he was so generous to give me his time that morning. Over 2 hours, he sat there and listened to me. And he looked at me and he said, Naomi, this is a one-woman show about you and your mother and your grandmother. And at that time, I took it and I ran with it. And then in 2019 at the Fringe Festival, I believe Jack and I were walking around and Nicole Dupre crossed our paths, and I was having a trauma response because I didn't believe I could do it. And I told Jack that night, I'm not doing the show. I can't do it. I don't have what it takes.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to put together an airplane.
Mhm.
They want me to fly it too.
Now, did you start talking like a Southern lawyer then too?
Oh, yeah, she does.
Sorry, I started talking like Ross.
Yes. I could be here for a quick second.
I need you.
So you got a Friend show coming up, and it's it's one of these things where you peel a bunch of stuff back and really share a lot about yourself that can be tough.
Yeah, and in 2019, I couldn't even see myself doing it, so I told myself I was giving up, and then I was going to write a book. So then, to learn how to write the book, I started doing the blog, because as my writing professor described it, I could learn to write the book by doing the blog, because it would be a chapter that you could expand upon. So I got 6 free writing lessons from Aaron Sanders in exchange for my work as associate producer for his film Garage about childhood trauma. And so that's led me to this place where Nick Massoni, the guy who used to own 901 Mills Market.
Yep, sweet guy.
He's a fabulous
Great.
guy.
Yeah,
And
it's great.
chicken salad to die for.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
for sure.
the best.
It's so good.
Oh, yes.
So good.
I'm thinking about it now, but okay, wait a second. But he emailed me right before my trip to New Hampshire, and he was like, Naomi, I have this fabulous performance space in my backyard. And he said, would you consider coming here and doing some of your songs and talking about your story. And so thinking of it in that framework, I, got my songs together and thought, I wonder if I could tell the story with the songs that I have written already. And I was like, yeah, I could. I have the music. And then I said, this time I'm going to write the blog rather than limit myself to 800 to 1,200 words. I'm going to just write it as if this were the show. It's such a big story.
Yeah.
Where you're going to focus in, right? So that's what this blog and the show will be called Gone.
Gone.
It means a lot of different things.
As in you're gone from Cleveland, gone, or are you just gone?
As in gone, as in gone, as in gone. It's all the gone.
Gone crazy with drinking, gone crazy with drugs, just gone, huh?
Abandonment. It stands for many people in the story. That was a word that could describe what they did.
Wow.
So I'm excited about it.
Hey, before we get into the corsets and cuties aspect of the thing as well, I wanted to ask you: are there groups for other? I mean, I know this is going to sound ridiculous. So I know that there are support groups for people who had trauma like you did as a kid, right?
Yes.
Does it specifically? Do the groups start at a certain age? Are they qualified by any one thing? Like, or is it just the trauma in general? Do you have to have been trafficked and kidnapped to be in this specific group, or is it just abused in general?
Well, the categories, people assign them, and it's so weird because these things happen to me,
right.
But it's like I'm just now putting labels onto things. I didn't remember this incident until 2013, when the news report of Ariel Castro came on, because I was on Detroit and Lorraine, the same street that Ariel Castro held 3 women against their will. And that jogged my memory. And I went, oh my God, Cleveland. And I remembered everything. And I looked at Jack and I told him, and he was like, what? Yeah.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
Yes.
So you're on that same exact street?
Yes. Detroit, I was on the corner of Detroit and Lorraine in Cleveland, Ohio, the worst place in the world.
Cleveland or that corner?
Both.
yeah, right.
It was a very bad place
Yeah.
with very bad people. And I was only 14 years old. I had been only out of my home in a foster home for 1 year. That's how young I was.
Good Lord of mercy.
So
when does this performance of Gone happen? And I mean, is this just something you're doing for yourself or friends and family, or is it something you're showing everyone?
Well, today I just put in my application for the Fringe Festival Lottery.
Hey, very good.
Yes.
Hey.
Congratulations. So it's a lottery.
Man, you're jumping in. You're going in head first, huh? Dead man's dive.
No. 3 years ago.
Oh, okay, I
did
gotcha.
the same thing, and I was so afraid because I had nothing. I was still drinking, and I thought, oh, good God, my luck, I'm going to get picked, and Michael Andrews is going to be like, what did I do? But the universe didn't want me to fail and waited until I was ready. And now I'm ready because I'm much more healed than I was at that point. I have to tell this story with humor, like our spot here once a month.
Yeah.
You don't want me to come on here and be all sad and boo-hoo.
No, we want to have some fun, but we also want to get the message across. I mean, you're able to do that quite well. Have you shown this thing to Jack, by the way?
What do you mean?
Have you like Gone? Have you like practiced it in front of Jack? Have you rehearsed it? Has Jack seen any of this?
Okay. Well, the way things develop is you have the template and you have the idea, and it's like a giant ball of clay that you're going to chop at, and I haven't gotten to the point where I have something I could sell to you.
Okay.
But since I put the wheels in motion,
got it,
and I put my hat in the ring for the lottery, that makes me have to develop this.
Yeah, I got you 100%. I do the same exact thing. Do me a favor. Don't show him anything. He's hypercritical. And he's not very nice.
Okay. And also there's that.
Yeah, then there's that.
I think Jack's going to end up directing this thing,
no,
and I'm here for it.
Jack's not going to direct it. It's going to be a black and white noir picture.
I need someone who will let me just be a brat and cry, and he won't let me do that.
Oh, you better let her cry, Jack Bradshaw. How dare you? I love it when she calls the show, Jack.
Yeah. Jack doesn't know what to do.
Anything. He's just sitting there.
Just sit there, Jack. Oh my God, this is the greatest thing. We should have you on every day.
Oh, listen, I can hear the fire alarm on our teenagers cooking in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There you go, Jack.
Oh, he snort laugh. There
Breaking news, dude. Your house is on fire, Jack.
You make toast and that thing goes off.
Don't worry.
So Fringe Festival 2022. Look forward to you.
Yeah.
Are you in for sure?
Yeah, you know what? I'm so excited about the possibilities. And even though I don't see exactly what it is, I have so much faith that if I keep on going, it's just going to become to fruition.
Jimmy, on the Fringe venues, they don't draw those. It's a lottery, and they draw those later in the year.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
What tier of
November.
venues did you go with?
What tier of venues?
Tier 3 because a very small.
Yeah. Now, how long will this be?
An hour and 15.
And at 1:15. Now,
Yes.
is that a time you have to fit it into, or is that a time you just think it's going to come
I
out
think
to?
all Fringe shows are between an hour to an hour 15-ish.
Yeah, I mean, you can sign up for more time, but usually it's on average about an hour, then 55 minutes. But I have seen plenty of hour 15 Fringe shows.
Okay,
this is going to be exciting. I can't wait to get more and more updates about your creative journey on this thing. It's gonna. I've done Fringe shows, and my God, are they stressful? So just a heads up.
Don't worry, Damien. He's just a professional saying that it's very tough. No big deal.
Listen, we learned in the documentary LFG from What'd You Do That's New, the famous tennis star said pressure is privilege.
It is. You're right.
Pressure is privilege.
Billie Jean King.
Yeah, pressure is privilege.
I also think that if I were to look at some of the things I am doing today, I would be surprised at myself 3 years ago.
You can handle it. You can handle it,
listen.
Naomi. There's nothing too big you can't undertake. Seriously.
Yeah.
All right. Well, tell us where we can find you and read the blog.
The blog's at tracingtrauma.com, but you can also find anything you want to know about me at naomibradshaw.com. That's Naomi with an E.
That's right. NaomiBradshaw.com, tracingtrauma.com. You can also find her on Facebook under Tracing Trauma as well.
That's right.
Well, Naomi, it's always great, and I want updates on this show. So when we talk to you in October, I will want at least one paragraph. At least one paragraph for you to read and act
I got more
out.
than that.
Okay.
Have you talked to me lately? The one with the words?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks.
I got words.
All right, I think she has a house fire to
Naomi,
get to.
NaomiBradshaw.com. That's Naomi with an E, Bradshaw.com. And, of course, tracingtrauma.com as well.
The extinguisher is in the cabinet next to the sink.
Okay, and also go to my Facebook page, okay?
Yeah.
Naomi Bradshaw, because there's some pretty spicy things happening with Corsets and Cuties. TheaterWestEnd.com. I'm going to be doing burlesque.
Burlesque! How can we not get to the burlesque? Jack, that's what he wanted to talk about very first.
Sorry, we're out of time. Wait for break.
He wanted everybody to know where you were going to be dancing half naked. Where's that again?
I get to be in control of this endeavor, and that's what appeals to me the most.
Jack hates that.
I get to be in control of what I choose to do on the stage.
Well, Naomi, as always, we appreciate you dropping by. There she is, Naomi Bradshaw, NaomiBradshaw.com, tracingtrauma.com. We'll see you next month. Have a great month,
Thank you.
Right.
I will. Love you guys.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends, this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. This evening, we've got a couple of isolated to at times scattered thunderstorms ending before midnight, the low 75. Tomorrow, a surge of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico associated with what could be a developing tropical depression. Hurricane Center gives it a 40% chance. Regardless of if it forms or not, effects will be the same with an increase in our rain chances for the day tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday with high temps around 90 degrees. Watch out for rip currents on all the beaches. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by CoinFlip.
Want to pay less for crypto?
CoinFlip is the world's leading crypto ATM company that cuts the average competitor's fees by more than half. So visit coinflip.tech to find an ATM near you and flip your cash into crypto today. It's so flippin' easy.
There is now a better way to find your dream car and buy it from the comfort of your home. I'm talking about Off Lease Only Express, the hassle-free option to buying a car from home. Off Lease Only is the name you know and trust. They're offering the same high-quality, nearly new cars, most priced thousands below retail, with a new way to buy that car that is fast and convenient. First, you go to their website. It's the best. It's offleaseonly.com. They made it super easy for you to browse and choose from over 4,000 cars. Once you selected your car, click on Express. You can even trade in your car with just a couple of clicks and choose either to finish in one of their 5 convenient locations or complete the entire deal from the comfort of your home, saving you tons of time and money. That comes with a 5-day, 500-mile exchange policy. Leave the stress behind. Find peace of mind with Off Lease Only Express, the hassle-free, fully transparent option of buying a car from home. Start today by going to offleaseonly.com.
So, what are you sipping? Whether it's our freshly ground coffee to wake you up, or an icy Polar Pop cup or Froster to keep you going, our new Sip and Save drink subscription at Circle K will keep you refreshed every day. Join Circle K's Sip and Save and grab any size drink every day for just $5.99 a month. Yeah! Start sipping and saving today. Just sign up with your mobile number when you check out at Circle K. Limited time offer at participating locations.
Gibson Truck World professionally installs quality Pro Comp lifts. First, we install the track bar drop bracket and drop pitman arm. Next, we install the coil springs. Then, we install the rear lift block along with new U-bolts. We also mount new 37-inch Toyo tires and 20-inch fuel wheels. Lastly, all Gibson lifted trucks are aligned with our state-of-the-art Hunter system. Only Gibson Truck World will retorque your suspension after 30 days free of charge. Why go anywhere else? Buy your lifted truck from Gibson Truck World. We are the king of lifted trucks.
You take steps to stay healthy when at the pharmacy picking up vitamins or filling a prescription.
May I help you?
Take another healthy step right now and ask the pharmacist how Prevnar 13 can help protect you from pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease. If you're 65 or older, a trip to the pharmacy is a lot more pleasant than a trip to the hospital because of pneumococcal pneumonia. Help protect yourself with the Prevnar 13 pneumococcal 13-valent conjugate vaccine, diphtheria CRM 197 protein. Prevnar 13 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 13 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Prevnar 13 does not protect against all strains of the disease. Stop by the pharmacy today and ask about Prevnar 13. Learn more at Prevnar13.com. Don't get Prevnar 13 if you have had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with a weakened immune system may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-866-694-9300 or visit Prevnar13.com.
The summer of can is here, and since we finally can, let's make it a premium summer. Fancy sausage at the barbecue, a full theater for camping, a fully gold bathing suit at the pool. Because Heineken is made with premium malt and their famous A yeast. So go premium with the crisp, ice-cold can of Heineken. Pick up a pack or get it delivered and put the can back into summer. That can be your six-pack. Must be 21 or over to purchase. Please drink responsibly.
Mr. and Mrs. Flavor, thank you for joining us.
Great to be here. I'm Barry, the flavor of berry.
I'm Janet. I'm bitter.
And I understand your son is the flavor menthol?
Yes, he's the menthol in a menthol cigarette.
He's such a disappointment. Out there getting people addicted, being used by big tobacco to target black people. He could have been a lozenge.
Menthol cigarettes are harder to quit than regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
I want to break free.
Break free in 2022 with Norwegian's Labor Day sale. Book your cruise today and enjoy 30% off, free open bar, and much more. With our leading health and safety program, you can cruise with the ultimate freedom on 100% fully vaccinated ships that are fully open to explore. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free. Ships registry, the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
Get a 79-cent large Big Gulp fountain drink with 7 rewards. Think about how much refreshingly glorious Big Gulp goodness you can get from raiding your couch cushions, or searching your car seats, or plundering your pants pockets. you're a gulp-billionaire. And you don't even know it yet. 7-Eleven. Take it to 11. Offer good through 11/2/21. 79 cents plus tax where applicable at select U.S. 7-Eleven stores. See 7-Eleven app for full terms.
This hour of Real Radio 104.1 is brought to you by the City of Mount Dora.
This is about as good as it gets. Like and follow at Real Radio 104.1 on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us, 770-31. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. We are 40 minutes away from ending the summer of stuff. 3 very lucky people are going to have a very good Tuesday.
And 7 people will be really pissed.
7 people are going to be very angry.
I'm nervous.
A little bit later today.
I'm nervous.
Well, come up with 7 more prizes then.
Hugs. 7 hugs. And those are special hugs because we're like wrapping up a pandemic.
How about 7 crispy hundos right out of your wallet, though, buddy? 1 for each of them.
I'm all card.
Sorry, what?
I'm all card. I don't have any cash. It's just a card.
You can Venmo.
I don't know. I think I deleted that app.
Is that what happened?
About 5 minutes from now in the future, I think I did, yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. You know, there are a lot of questions that we deal with as people. We have these, everybody has their own way of moving throughout their day and their life. You know, you have your own way of brushing your teeth.
Yeah,
combing
circles.
your hair.
You gotta scrub.
Yeah,
right. You gotta go circles, not back and
circles,
forth.
small, gums and
right.
all.
Alert, yeah.
Oh,
Took a while to get that.
Look at Limerick Colbert over there.
Well, I'm sorry, what did you say?
Circle, small, gums and all.
Nice.
Is that off the dome? What, that you
No,
freestyling?
dude. That's a lyric from that stupid song. I should have. Jack wanted me to go with it, though. I should have done that. It's stupid. It's Tuesday. I'm a little bit behind. It's like one of those circle, small, gums and all. You guys don't remember that little kid song that they played a song to make you brush your teeth with?
I mean, a little pitchy, but I like it.
I remember it. I just want to see you sing it all by yourself for a little while longer.
Okay, hold on. Brush your teeth round and round, circle, small, gums and all. And is it a nice stiff tooth? Oh, how does it go from there?
Well, you had me at nice and stiff.
This is.
Sorry, Jack.
All right, back in a minute.
I'll grab the first one.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It'll do the job.
So anyway, we all go through our normal getting ready for bed or whatever day, right?
I use a lot of creams.
Right, a lot of creams. We've learned that.
We learned that last week from about you.
You're the cream guy.
I'm a cream guy.
Everybody knows that. But this is one I never really thought of. Kinda. I mean, I know this is an argument that's been made. When do you shower?
In the morning.
Yeah, depends.
Let me back that up.
Yeah.
More like a noonish.
Which do you think is better for you? Or do you think one is better for you? Showering before you go to bed or showering when you wake up?
I would say showering before you go to bed for 2 reasons. Well, actually 3. I mean, physiologically, it'd probably help you sleep better because you're washing off all of the allergens. You're getting all that dust and dirt and pollen out of your hair, off your skin. So then you're not going to transfer that to your sheets and be breathing that in all night. Chris suffers horribly from allergies. And then I think it would also help you sleep better because you've opened up your sinuses. You've just been under warm water for 20 minutes.
It makes so much sense. That's why I'm going to go with the opposite.
Ross, what do you
The
think?
more she speaks, the more she makes sense.
Everything she said makes perfectly good sense.
I think at night is better.
So you think at night is better?
Yeah.
And you did as well, right?
Yeah.
I do,
Jack,
yeah.
you're the only one that
I'm
thinks...
going for day. That's when I shower, but I don't know.
That's when everyone showers.
Yeah, I could not back it up with fact.
What'd you just say?
I said generally, right? Because that's
today's poll.
Most people start their day off with a shower.
They do, but what I'm saying is, do those people also take one before they go to bed the day before?
Probably not.
See, I will tell you, it is literally like you read this story because everything you just said is 1,000% true. They're saying not only is a bath or a shower better before you go to bed, it's actually better if you take it 60 to 90 minutes before you go to bed because the warm water actually causes your body to warm up. And if you go to bed immediately after that, you could actually feel like you're too warm or maybe sweaty or whatever.
Yeah, you could die.
I'm not sure about the dying thing.
It does feel that way, though.
You might want to read the rest of it.
Also, they're saying that if you have hair, I don't have to worry about this, but your hair gets the pillow wet, that makes it more difficult to fall asleep.
Oh, it's the worst.
But they're saying
it is, isn't it? Such a nasty feeling, a wet pillow.
But if you've had a bad day, there's nothing better in the world than that warm water. It's very therapeutic. It takes away sometimes stress. It takes away a lot of the things in your day. You just seem to learn how to escape. But the number one thing they say is
you can cry in the shower and no one will hear.
You wash your face before you go to bed. And if you know anything about your face skin or your skin carries a lot of oil there, bacteria there in your face, it is really important for you to wash your face before you go to bed. Now, I've never done this. Not that you could tell, but I've never done this.
Oh, what? The guy was talking about his blackheads an hour and a half ago.
So with that said, showering before you go to bed is the scientifically recommended reason or time to shower. Now, that doesn't mean that showering in the morning goes without its benefits as well, because what do you think they say about morning showers?
Wakes you up, baby.
Where are the positives there?
The alertness level.
Yeah, wakes you up.
What do you think?
That'll wake your butt
Gets
up.
the blood flowing, circulation.
What do you think, Ross?
God, it's not
good words.
It doesn't wake me up because I'm showering at noon.
Yeah.
Well, that is still getting up for you, no?
No.
I shower at noon too, but it's after my bike ride.
Girl, I wake up at like 8:30 now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you proud of that?
A little bit.
He just called you girl.
You just bragged on waking up before everybody's at work.
I don't have to go to work until
I'm
just saying.
Well, they're saying that the obviously in the morning, the benefits are this. You start the day, and this is exactly the truth for me. Like, I usually shower in the morning. I don't usually shower at night unless I've been doing work around the house or gotten sweaty. But it stimulates creativity. I think and plan more of my life in the shower than any one place on planet Earth.
Really?
You're spending your shower time wrong, hotshot.
Either way, I'm just telling you.
Why? What do you mean, Jack?
But, man, there's something about getting in the shower that allows me the sound of the water, the quiet, the steam, all of that, for some reason, trances me out, and I kind of think of things I got to get done.
Is that what you do in between shampoo and conditioner?
Yeah, sure.
Do you sit in the shower?
I don't, because I have a bathtub, and I'm not an animal.
I mean,
you sit in the shower?
You sit in the shower? Oh, are you a sad girl?
I'm a little sad girl every now and then in my shower.
I just
like to sit down in my shower. Main reason why?
Steam.
My shower head is too small.
What do you mean too small?
Like, I have to bend it and readjust it, so I just keep it the same height that my fiance uses, and I just sit down.
But I did back in the day. I joke with you, but back in the day, I would point the shower somewhere and just turn it as hot as possible and just steam. It was you could just sit there and steam. That's until I bought a sauna. I'm joking.
I'm a combination of both sitting and standing. Let me clarify. But just know that sometimes I just straight cross my legs in a shower and just kind of get my meditation
They do say
on.
this. Check this out. This is the odd little thing. We'll break on this. Come back at the top of the hour. By the way, we'll put this on our Twitter account, our Twitter poll. So if you want to go to Twitter, it's at Jim Colbert Show. We'll have it up there.
And it says when you shower, at night or morning. And if it's a midday, go with morning.
Right, yeah, you can do that. But one of the other big positives is when you shower, specifically with nice warm water, you have a surge of platelets in your body. Right? So that means if you happen to cut yourself or nick yourself long after getting in the shower, your blood will clot more quickly if you shower in the morning.
Okay.
There you go.
Now you know.
Oh, cool. It makes you scab quicker.
407-916-1041. Back with the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
There's the plus.
Talking on the radio, not your thing. You can do this, you can do this, you can do this. There's an easier way. It's called texting. 77031. Real mobile. It's real easy.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, the lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
Central Florida Parkway remains closed east of OBT due to power lines down. Avoid this area. Think about Weatherby or Taft Island Road for alternates. 2 northbound lanes still blocked on Apopka Island Road at Conroy Windermere Road. Think about the Turnpike or Winter Garden Vineland Road instead through here. Westbound travel on I-4 stop and go between the Beach Line and Central Florida Parkway. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. You may have heard that Allstate has new low auto rates, but isn't it time to see for yourself? With Allstate, you can lower your rates, not your expectations. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
There is nothing harder than being a parent right now. So if your house currently sounds like this, you need a break. And surprisingly, donating plasma at BioLife Plasma Services can give you a break. Stay with me here. It's a physical break from the kids. Yes, finally some alone time. Give your bank account a break. You could earn up to $1,200 in your first month. And a break from reality. Free Wi-Fi, baby. So book an appointment today to donate your life-saving plasma. BioLife. There's purpose in your plasma. Visit biolifeplasma.com to learn more.
I'm Katie. I was in a bad car accident. I woke up in the hospital 6 weeks later. My husband called attorney Glenn Klotzman. I met with Glenn. He said he would take care of everything, just keep healing. I feel blessed he was there to help. I'm doing well. I'm so thankful Glenn Klotzman was there for us. The results he got for us were way more than expected. He's more than an attorney. He's a friend. Call him at 407-917-1718. KLAUSMAN law.com. Office Winter Park.
If your grocery delivery is just okay, that's not okay. But good news, now Kroger is here to not just deliver groceries, but over-deliver with freshness guaranteed. And the coolest trucks, literally, they're refrigerated to beat the heat, so your salad always has that farm fresh snap. Sound more than okay? Then order today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
For a limited time, you can get $15 off your next 3 orders for savings up to $45. Offer valid with digital coupon while supplies last.
So you want to be my client? You think you deserve fair compensation for your injuries? Well, you got to call me. Can't just keep listening forever. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
You do not want your AC to break down when it gets hot in the summertime in Central Florida, so make sure you get hold of Mills Air. They can help you with preventative maintenance on all brands. Preventative maintenance can save you so much money. They can detect upcoming breakdowns and you're not stuck. MillsAir.com. That's MillsAir.com.
Unbelievable.
No sugar and 60 calories.
Naturally. New Chobani with 0 sugar. Impossibly delicious. Made possible by Chobani, not a low-calorie food.
Hey, boss. Just got done with casing neighborhoods. Hey, have you noticed more Safe Touch security signs in yards lately?
No, I bet it's because of back to school.
Back to school?
Yeah. See, back in the old days, parents who worked in the afternoon had no idea when Junior got home from school, right?
Yeah. Oh, but now with Safe Touch, the app lets him know exactly when he walks in the door.
Right. Parents love it. And Safe Touch video monitoring can show him exactly who the precious angel is walking in with.
Oh, I get it. Safe Touch is like an extra pair of eyes for mom and dad.
Right. So the kids are never home alone.
And parents are never away from home.
Precisely. It's also one more reason why we crooks got our golden rule. Stay away from Safe Touch houses. Simple as 2 + 2.
Crooks know to stay away from Safe Touch houses. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson, president of Safe Touch Security Systems. No one beats our technology or our price.
Call Safe Touch today at 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
Welcome to Wawa. Would you like to try our new paninis?
This spicy Italian garlic panini looks so crunchy, melty. But Phil, your dad was a hoagie man. His dad was a hoagie man. You are a hoagie man. You know what? Today, I'm a panini guy.
Switch up your routine with Wawa's delicious and crunchy breakfast and lunch paninis. Choose your favorite, like Southwest Turkey or a Chipotle Bacon Egg Panini. Available at Wawa. For a limited time only, Wawa's freshly brewed pumpkin spice coffee is back with the seasonal warm flavors of cinnamon and nutmeg. Plus, you can now treat yourself with a pumpkin spice handcrafted beverage like cookies and cream smoothies, sweet cream cold brews, iced lattes, hot lattes, and more. Wawa is your beverage destination for pumpkin spice beverages this fall. Grab yours in store or order ahead on the Wawa app. Sip your perfect pumpkin spice beverages, now at Wawa.
911, what's your emergency?
There's a train that just hit a car.
Sir, what is your location? Look around for a street sign, sir.
It's 8th and Orchard. 8th and Orchard.
Okay, very good. 8th and Orchard. Sir, help is on the way.
Why would you do that? The train still hasn't stopped. You have to get there now.
At a railway crossing, even if the engineer sees you and hits the brakes, it can take a mile for the train to stop. And for you, that's too late. Stop. Trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch, if you're into that kind of thing, at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
Welcome back to The Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041. Always text us at 77031. We do have a Twitter poll up right now if you want to get involved. You're just out of work and you're like, you know what? I want to get into a Twitter poll today. You can do that at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter. When do you shower? We have a call here that wants to tell us when they shower. I just saw a quick study on it today. I find stuff like this interesting. They said scientifically it's a little better to shower at night before you go to bed, specifically because you wash your face. And it's better for you because of the bacteria and whatnot. It actually can help you sleep better as well. But in the morning, if you want a good, vigorous start to your day, a warm shower does get you started. Creativity flows. And like I said, it makes your blood clot faster, which is kind of a weird thing. All right, 407-916-1041. Hey, Bubba, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, Jimmy. Kind of wanted to talk about how I shower. I actually am a plumber, and I shower in the morning and whenever I get off of work. But there is a benefit that comes with showering twice a day, and that benefit is that you get to start your morning and end your work day with a shower beer.
Oh, very nice. I didn't know about the shower beer.
Oh, it's a classic.
How do you keep the water out of it?
I mean, you don't. It's just part of the.
That's
why that beer takes 40 minutes to drink.
What is your preferred shower beer that gets hot in about 10 seconds?
Yeah, there's no problem with a hot beer. I mean, they start out hot.
Yeah, okay, buddy. I appreciate that very much.
Now, Bubba, do you... Oh.
I killed him. I'm sorry.
Because I think he was about to explain that he lays down in the shower just like myself.
Oh, does he really?
On his back.
You said you sat and you stood. You never talked about laying down flat.
I mean...
Shower coffin?
Just laying... Sometimes I sit, sometimes I lay down.
I bet it's all about the water pressure and where it hits.
Big-ass shower, too, dude.
No, I'm just flexible. Sometimes it's odd. Sometimes my legs, shoot up on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
just your legs, huh?
So I'm almost yeah.
Okay.
I've never understood that. I will dive into that real fast. I don't like that. I don't think water is good for sex.
No, it's not. That's not what we're talking about. But I understand. Water's not good for sex. Sex in the water is the most overrated thing. Movies glorify that. It sucks. It's
even
terrible.
the lonely version of sex still is not good.
407-916-1041. I did want to ask you guys something because I don't know if you guys... The movies still, I don't think, have come back completely right. I mean, theaters are open, but...
You know something? Jimmy, it's close because I believe that the new Marvel movie made somewhere in the $70 million range.
Let me tell you, this thing has gone crazy. Now, we haven't seen... we've seen some movies stretch out. They've... What are the last, 3 big superhero movies that have been released?
That, Black Widow...
Yeah.
This one with the rings.
And real quick, did Black Widow even make it out into the theaters?
Help me out, Ross. Yes.
It did.
It did, but that's the lawsuit because they did the theaters and Disney Plus where you could pay the extra. And that's why Scarlett Johansson, who was getting a piece of the gate at theaters, said, wait a minute, you're selling my movie at a place and not paying me.
Like Prime and I think Prime has it for free. You can just watch it if you want right now, Black Widow. No, not for free. It's $20.
Right. So you have that, and Free Guy is another one that's
Ryan Reynolds.
I believe number 3 right now, but I think is close to over $200 million since its release.
So, man, this new thing from Marvel has gone crazy. And it has made a total bunch of... Now, it's called Shang-Chi. Is that what it's called?
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. Marvel superhero introduced in 1973. Never was, they said, the most rounded character. They never really developed it. And now this is the first Asian superhero is Shang-Chi.
I believe.
I think it is. Well, by Marvel, I guess. Because it is a Marvel hero. And I don't know that did they expect a lot from this movie, because they got a lot from this movie. Not only are the reviews really good, they say it's like an amazing movie altogether, and this guy is going to be a straight up superstar.
Yeah, I've been hearing it. I always love when martial artists break that barrier of, because a lot of times if you can throw a punch, you don't have good timing in the sense of acting. It's really hard to find, that double threat.
And that's the reason why the ones that can do it become massive stars. Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, even Jet Li, back in the day were massive, like those stars that came over and made so much money. I mean, Jackie Chan, of course.
Yeah, I really want to see Shang-Chi. I do. I just haven't been to the movies in so long. I hate that I haven't.
Yeah, and I'm not to be stereotypical here, or I mean, I'm not trying to say anything, but isn't that culture and that martial arts background of that culture like built for superherodom? I mean, don't already a number of superheroes use martial arts heavily, like Black Panther? So why is it taking so long to get an Asian superhero onto American markets? When, by the way, in the 70s, if you weren't making kung fu movies, you might as well not make a movie.
Then they got oversaturated then.
Yeah, but I mean, it's never been, like, Americans have always been fascinated with the martial arts, man. I mean, it goes back, James Bond movies have had martial artists all through them.
My favorite martial arts guy was Tony Jaa. You know who Tony Jaa is?
I do not know who Tony Jaa is.
Yo, don't sleep on Tony Jaa.
I won't, because I don't know who he is.
He does Muay Thai. He's all about the knees and elbows.
Uh-huh.
He came out with a movie, I think, called The Protector.
Okay, that sounds good.
Oh, man.
Thinking about him or a condom.
It's just him. It's just him whooping ass.
Yeah.
Taking names.
Is he Asian, like a karate guy? Or he's Muay Thai? That's Brazilian's Muay Thai.
Yeah, but I want to say he might be from the Philippines.
Yeah, that makes sense, though. That's about
Capoeira is Brazilian.
Is it? I don't think Muay Thai is...
they do Muay Thai.
Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai, I believe, was a Brazilian discipline in martial arts. But, I mean, that makes sense, though, right?
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
And I'm not trying to be a dick here, but I'm just saying, with that martial arts background and the Asian cultures, I mean, I don't know why it's taken so long, and especially with our love of that culture. I mean, like I said, man, back in the 70s, like Billy Jack was a Native American using martial arts. Like, I mean, it was, it's always been a big part of our landscape in America since the 60s.
If you think about, like, David Carradine was a white guy in a show about Kung Fu.
Yeah. I mean, we're not talking about that part. Casting is not the issue, Jack.
Tony Jaa, by the way, from Thailand. You remember how I said he's good at Muay Thai? Nailed it.
Yeah, Thai, yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Ross. But those movies, if you haven't seen any of Tony Jaa's martial artists, he was... set up, and I still think he had a very fulfilling career. You don't see him a lot anymore right now, but he had some movies that were just super gory, but also very impressive. He's doing stunts within the movie. You know what's a crazy thing that I just found out?
What's that?
Is that in a lot of action movies, you see a lot of scaffolding.
Okay.
And the reason why is because it's a very easy set to build up and destroy. Now think about
it's like a Lincoln Logs or
how exactly. So, and you get to make the set whichever way you want. You don't have to model it after anything. You can build scaffolding. That's why in all these martial arts movies, from Jackie Chan to I'm sure Bruce Lee. I haven't seen too many Bruce Lee films. Sorry, shoot me. But they have a lot of scaffolding in a lot of action movies because it's super cost effective. It's kind of cool to look at.
I was going to say it looks good falling down on screen.
And it's such a little small movie hack when it comes to scaffolding and
it's funny you mentioned that.
Butt.
When my wife and I got married in 2005,
I remember.
Lucky guess. We went to L.A. and Vegas for our honeymoon. And while we're in L.A., this wasn't with my wife. This was with you.
Oh, man.
What a plot twist.
This is when we were dating.
That is.
I've been to LA twice. Hold on, 3 times. I got to remember which one it was.
You and I went in 2001.
You and I went in 2001.
You made Jack blush.
Jack, do you remember when we took the backlot tour? That
Yes.
they were shooting a Tom Cruise movie?
Yes.
What was that, Minority Report?
Yes.
Okay, and they had, the entire building was built out of scaffolding, except for one corner that was supposed to look like a big glass building, and that's how they shot that movie.
You will now notice how many movies have a scaffolding scene. It's insane.
Jack, you and I have to go check it out.
Well, that's not the only movie. When we were in Chicago is when they were filming Road to Perdition.
That's right. Saw that.
Did you guys hold hands?
No.
It was my birthday.
Oh,
it was weird. We saw it going.
It's that special time of the year.
We saw it like going over a bridge or something. We looked and they were shooting it in a park next to. Was it on the lake there?
I just remember all the cars like from the period,
Yeah, 30s.
all lined up. You're like, whoa, look at all these cars. And then we later found out it was Road to Perdition that they were filming.
I've seen 2 or 3 movie sets. I was actually saw the set when they were filming Parenthood here in Orlando. I was on that set for a little while because I would go and sit and eat my lunch. When I was working for my dad's print job, I would eat my lunch and watch them shoot scenes because you could. It was the craziest thing. You could literally pull up and just park your car and be from 30 feet away from Jason Robards as he was shooting that scene on the front porch with that kid. I watched that happen, and that little house is still there.
Me and another radio station intern snuck onto the set of Lethal Weapon.
Oh, yeah. I watched them blow up the courthouse.
So did I, but let me tell you.
From another building.
Mel Gibson's eyes could be their own headlights. They're so blue.
Oh, really?
They're like...
Paul Newman's are like that, too.
He and this was back like in the early 90s when he was still like not a crazy piece of, craziness.
Well, he's always there. Just never let you know.
Now, Jim, compliment Jack's size.
407-916-1041. Let's do it. Let's end the summer of stuff. That's next.
Stop! Think those 5 people that follow you on Twitter give a 407-916-1041. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
Well, taking a quick check on your ride along I-4, we're seeing stopping of volume due to a disabled vehicle taking up the right lane between the Beach Line and Central Florida Parkway. It's also stop and go between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. We're seeing eastbound slowdowns too between Ivanhoe Boulevard and Lee Road. It looks like we still have delays too on Ronald Reagan Boulevard, north and southbound affected just north of 434. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Spectrum Business. Small businesses are always looking for ways to cut costs. That's why they should switch to Spectrum Business. They could cut their internet and phone bill in half while getting faster internet speeds and proven reliability. Call 888-489-2212 today.
Man, if you're a business owner, you're feeling the pressures of running your business that happens every day. There's a limit to what you can do and still keep your employees engaged. Here's a good thing. Insperity brings 30-plus years of HR experience to help you with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance the entire time, giving your employees competitive benefit options. You're able to focus on other priorities. Your employees can thrive, and your business can grow. With Insperity, really, nothing seems impossible. From full-service HR, employee benefits, HR technology, it's Insperity. That's HR that makes a difference.
This hour of Real Radio 104.1 is brought to you by the City of Mount Dora.
Our iconic iHeartRadio Music Festival is finally back, September 17th and 18th at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Billie Eilish, Cheap Trick, Coldplay, Dua Lipa, Phineas, Florida Georgia Line, J. Cole, Journey, Khalid, Lil Baby, Maroon 5, Nelly, Sam Hunt, Weezer, and more. Streaming free on the CW app and CWTV.com and live on iHeartRadio stations across America. Our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
The summer of can is here, and since we finally can, let's make it a premium summer. Fancy sausage at the barbecue, a full theater for camping, a fully gold bathing suit at the pool. Because Heineken is made with premium malt and their famous A yeast. So go premium with the crisp, ice-cold can of Heineken. Pick up a pack or get it delivered and put the can back into summer. That can be your six-pack. Must be 21 or over to purchase. Please drink responsibly.
Miles of pristine white sand below, expansive cerulean blue skies above, and wonderment everywhere you look. This is St. Pete Clearwater in the fall. Here, the senses awaken with the first morning light. Emerald green waters gently lap the shore,
A calming Gulf breeze floats through the air. It's vivid, it's vibrant, and it's the perfect getaway. Plan your fall escape to America's best beaches at visitstpeteclearwater.com.
Boost and Cricket charge more for unlimited 5G. Metro doesn't. Introducing the big 5G upgrade from Metro by T-Mobile. Just $25 a month gets you unlimited 5G and a free 5G smartphone. That's half the price of Boost and Cricket's top plans. So ditch your overpriced connections and switch to Metro, the leader in prepaid. Experience 5G speed at no extra cost and step up big time with the big 5G upgrade. Get one line of unlimited 5G smartphone data plus a free Samsung Galaxy 5G when you trade in. All with the power of the T-Mobile 5G network. Rule your day with 5G. Only at Metro. Limited time in-store only. If congested data users greater than 35 gigabytes per month notice lower speeds, and Metro customers notice lower speeds versus T-Mobile due to deprioritization. Leader based on prepaid subs June 2021. Save half based on one-line Boost and Cricket unlimited plan. See store for details.
I want to break free.
Break free in 2022 with Norwegian's Labor Day sale. Book your cruise today and enjoy 30% off, free open bar, and much more. With our leading health and safety program, you can cruise with the ultimate freedom on 100% fully vaccinated ships that are fully open to explore. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free. Ships registry, the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
Duke Energy is ready to help you through this year's hurricane season. We're investing in a stronger, more resilient grid to help reduce and even prevent outages. And when storms strike, Duke Energy will be there to get the power back on as safely and quickly as possible, while keeping you informed. It's all part of building a smarter energy future. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
O'Reilly. Get more miles on the road with O'Reilly Auto Parts. A clean fuel system means better gas mileage for your car. Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Injector Cleaner for $8. Plus, earn double O Rewards points. For a clean, lubricated, more fuel-efficient system, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio 104.1.
This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for joining us on this beautiful Tuesday. Hope you had a great Labor Day weekend, partied down, had a good time, stayed completely safe, didn't do anything dumb, or a little something dumb, and just plan for it.
Little dumb's always fun.
Little dumb is fun. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb's right there.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi.
And Ross is here too.
Drink tequila.
Got Ross Thoughts coming up for you at the top of the hour. Of course, trivia will be up right after this. Let's do it. Let's get rid of the summer stuff.
I'm nervous.
I am a little nervous too because we've been holding this stuff for a while, and I'll get these in my hand here. All right, Jack, let's get our contestants up.
Okay, so we had just about 190 people qualify over the summer for summer stuff, whether they won trivia on the show, whether they were the winner for last call, whether they were part of our Instagram contest, or whether they were 6 people chosen out of people who followed us on Twitter towards the end. Out of all that, we randomly drew the qualifiers, and out of the qualifiers, we have to select the winners.
Okay.
So if now we have these people set up on Zoom, so we can start bringing them onto the screen.
Let's do it.
Now, to do that, we'll bring them up, and then maybe Deb, Ross, and I will take our cameras off.
Not a problem.
Yeah, I knew you would love that.
There we go.
To make the room available on the screen so people can see. For anyone watching, it's Jim Colbert Show on YouTube, on our Facebook page, or Twitch as well. So we're going to bring in some of our qualifiers and then make sure that
all right, very good.
For your team.
You can hear
bring
them.
him on here.
I'm all for your team. Oh, there's Freddie.
One. There's fine. Well, there's another one. Hold on. No, there he is. Very good.
This is exciting.
It is kind of exciting.
Ross, take your camera off so Jack can put more people in the room.
And there's Randy.
Ross, I'll put you in the waiting room.
All right, very good. Ross, so you get the hell out of it. Okay, so here it is. I've got some of our contestants now. We had 10, right, Jack?
Yeah. Well, you want to make sure you can hear these guys?
Yeah, you there, guys?
Yes.
Freddie, let's hear you.
You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, Freddie. Raymond, you there?
All right, perfect.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
buddy,
Randy, speak up.
Up.
Okay, we got them all.
All right, guys. It turns out there aren't 10 contestants. You guys are the final 3.
Oh, no way.
You each
win.
You guys are the final 3. Now, here's the fun thing. You can see right here. I've got 3 envelopes. In these envelopes are each prize. All right, 1, 2, and 3. There are 3 contestants. You guys are the winners. By the way, thanks for getting involved. We appreciate you listening, and we appreciate you getting involved with the contestants. And everybody else who played, we thank you as well. Code Black is going to have some more opportunities for us to do some cool stuff later this year, and of course all through 2022 as well. So let's get going. Now, here's the very interesting thing, all right? We have 3. I do not know, nor does Jack or Deb or Ross know what prize is in each envelope. But in these envelopes, 70-inch television, PlayStation 5 bundle, and, of course, the MacBook Pro. But
I'll take that one.
Before we get going, Freddie, what do you want to win most?
The PS5.
PS5, Randy?
I'll take the TV.
The TV, very nice. And then what about you, Raymond?
PS5 for sure.
PS5. Okay.
Okay.
Everybody wants that PS5, buddy. You can't even get these things. If you know Santa, you can't get one.
See, I don't know. You could just say, give Randy the TV and be done with it.
That's why. Well, that's why Jack's the boss.
Oh, way to go, Randy. Way to go.
So, now, here's what we can also do. I mean, listen, you guys are willing to negotiate whatever you want. If you win something you don't want, you can trade it. I don't care. It's up to you. You know the value of this stuff.
Yeah.
So here's what we're going to do. Jack, explain to them how we're going to pick who's going to go first in choosing envelopes.
In choosing envelopes, we're going to do a little closest to the pin. Randy, I want you to give me a numerical answer. How much money do you start with in the game of Monopoly? Real quick, I need an answer. How much?
$500. 500.
500. Raymond, what's your answer? Same question.
1,500.
How much?
1,500.
Freddie, what's your answer?
1,250.
How much?
1,250.
1,250.
All right.
Well, guess what? The right answer is $1,500. That means Raymond.
Now, it's interesting that you get all hyped up because here's the thing. Really, to be honest with you, you pick first. So you're going to find out if you got the thing you want or not, and then you got to figure out these other guys because it'll be you, then it's going to be Freddie, and then it's going to be Randy. So, Randy, you may know your fate. Actually, you will know your fate before you even get your prize. Raymond, you go first. Which envelope in the summer of stuff do you want to pick, courtesy of Code Black IT? What envelope will it be?
Envelope number 1.
I would go with even numbers. I'll take number 2.
Number 2.
Okay, so Raymond wants 2.
I'm having a hot flash.
You are.
It's so funny that nobody wanted the computer.
By the way, by value, it's the most expensive thing.
I said I would take the computer.
So, Jack, you'll appreciate this. My wife said, which would you pick if you had a choice? And I said, I'd take the MacBook, and she said, no, you should take the TV.
That's a good woman right there.
Sell the MacBook and buy 2 TVs.
Okay. You want to have Freddie pick one of the remaining envelopes before we open them?
Okay.
Or do you want to open that first?
Well, Freddie, which one do you want? Out of 1 and 3, which do you want?
3's always been my lucky number.
All right,
so
3 it is. 3 goes to Freddie.
Oh, man.
And then 1 goes to Randy. All right, here we go. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's first? What envelope first?
Number 2.
This is for Raymond. This is your prize, buddy.
And Raymond, what did you want?
He wanted the PS5 bundle.
Do we have any drums?
Raymond?
Oh, my God.
You are the new owner of a PS5 bundle.
Oh, my God.
Don't say it, Freddie. Don't say it, Freddie.
Look at Freddie's face.
Freddie almost cussed.
Now, Freddie, listen, we're not going to stop you from making an offer to our man Raymond. I'm sure Raymond will take an offer.
I can't believe that.
But that is a PS5 bundle, buddy. Let me tell you, I don't know that there's one available in the States. I'm dead serious. You cannot find this thing anywhere. This is not only, by the way, if you look at the Jack.
No, I'm not on.
Not only is it the PS5, it's a headset, it's 2 controllers, it's a year subscription to the service.
Stop it, you're going to make Freddie cry.
And it's 4 brand new games. That is, I mean, you take that straight, put it under the tree, and your kid will mow the lawn until he's 50.
No, that's awesome.
All right, so let's go to Freddie next. Freddie.
Oh, Freddie. Number 3.
So, Freddie, of the 2 remaining, which one do you want?
I would probably do the MacBook.
The MacBook? Let's see what you got here.
Sure.
Freddie?
Yes, sir.
You are the brand new owner, and I hope this works out good for you because it's an interesting week here in the United States of America. What week is it here in America, Freddie?
Labor Day.
It is, buddy, but it's also the beginning of football season. What better to enjoy that than a 70-inch TV because that's what you just won.
Hang on the line.
Randy, that means you won a MacBook Pro, buddy. Now, not only did you win a MacBook Pro, but you and look, you have the idea right now. If you wanted to work a deal with Freddie and you guys wanted to trade prizes, you can certainly do that. That is completely up to you guys. But you have won the MacBook Pro. Freddie, you have the 70-inch LG HD TV with all the tricks, all the whistles in a box, ready to go. You guys are the winner for the Summer of Stuff.
Yay!
So what say you? I mean, would you guys work a deal? Randy, would you trade the MacBook for the TV? Or?
I'll leave it up to him.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
I already got the eye.
I said I wouldn't be able to do that. He's already checking out the Saints game.
The Bears.
Yeah, the Bears. That's right.
There you go.
I got a friend that's a gigantic Chicago Bears fan, and so is Deb.
I hate you.
I have a bone to pick with Deb on that.
Yeah, do not do that with Deb.
I'm a Lions fan. I don't want to see that on the 70.
You want a 24-inch tube TV, Randy. That's exactly what your team is a 70 or a 20-inch tube television. Well, guys,
exactly.
Again, thank you very much. Jack and those guys will work out where we can meet and get all this stuff to you guys. I appreciate it very much. How about a big thank you for the guys over at Code Black IT, huh? How good?
Hey, guys, thank you.
Those guys are the best.
Code Black.
Raymond,
Hey.
do you have children?
I have a 4-year-old daughter.
You have a 4-year-old kid? And
oh, you're going to be a horrible dad. You're going to be consumed playing this game.
Is this for you or is it for somebody else? Did you want to win this for you or for someone else?
Oh, for me.
Yeah.
My man. You're going to play that Spider-Man game.
Didn't you hear him say he's got a 4-year-old daughter?
Yeah. Well, guys, again, we really appreciate you getting involved. Thanks for doing all the fun stuff. And like I said, these guys will get behind you and find out where you are, and we'll make some arrangements to get everything to you guys. Again, thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks,
all right,
guys.
Thank you.
Very good, man. All right, there you go. We got all the winners. Summer of Stuff is over. Woo! That's all said and done. Code Black IT making people very, very happy.
Throw your children.
Yeah.
It's time to celebrate.
All right, guys. Thank you again. We really appreciate it. These guys, will just put them on hold. We'll get them out of here.
I'll be in touch, and I'll email you guys.
All right, man. We'll see you guys. Thank you for everything, and congrats, man.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Man, that PS5 went first. I was hoping there would be a little drama with the PS5, but Raymond is like losing his mind. He's perma-smiling, and he will be probably for the remainder of the year.
Well, and
would you sell it?
Nah. I mean,
yeah, no, you guys are gamers. I'm telling you, I would have wanted, and this is nothing against the TV or the computer, but I just know the fever behind those units is beyond belief. I don't know that you can even order one, can you? I mean, I think
not yet. I don't think so. So, I mean, when you look at the retail value, I believe the MacBook Pro has the highest retail value. However, because of the hype and the availability of the PS5 probably, and the bundle with all the added stuff we have, all thanks to Code Black IT, you might be able to sell it for more.
But because I think if you bought the bundle, it'd be about $700. But there's no question, in my opinion, it would be worth $15 right now.
Yeah,
I think you could. I mean, if you went on eBay right now and looked for this same bundle, what would it be? It had to be between $1,000 and $1,500.
The thing that's painful for actually, all four of us, not painful for you, Jimmy, because you're so rich, but we all need a MacBook Pro or wanted one. Deb needs a laptop. Mine is 10 years old, so I'm ready for one. Ross, this thing is dying out every day, and you just recently had problems with your Mac, right?
My screen had to just get replaced, but I got lucky. But I just had to get replaced. And my machine's 5 years old, but it was top of the line when I bought it, and now it's it's still a good machine, but it's
so. Let's give Randy a T-shirt, and then let's four of us all draw closest to the pin, $1,500. How much money in Monopoly game? I win, so I get the MacBook Pro. Thanks for playing my game.
And don't scoff at the T-shirt because we'll sign it, and that.
Drop that value pretty quick. Do you guys remember who won what? Yeah, Freddie TV.
Yeah,
Freddie TV.
And Freddie was happy with that.
Raymond
too.
PS5.
Correct.
And
Randy
wins the MacBook Pro.
And if you forgot, you can always check out the podcast.
Hey!
JimCulvertLive.com.
I'm bad at my own show.
I don't know.
Not with prizes like that, you're not.
That was super exciting. I always love whenever we get our Oprah on. You know,
it's fun. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that's a good time. And the funny thing is, Sean, Code Black IT, loves doing this as much as we do. Like he loves doing things, making people happy and stuff like that. It's just kind of crazy how giving he is. So it was very nice of him to do that. Yeah. And he told us, again, got more stuff coming that we can do more stuff in the fall, going into Christmas. I have some cool stuff as well. We wanted to hold one of these, but you know what? The weird thing about this stuff is this: it comes with warranties. But it comes, warranties from the date of purchase, though. So when you take something like a computer or PS5 and you hold on to it for 4 or 5 months, you take a little bit of the warranty time. But because the crazy thing is, this is how Sean is, Code Black. He said, and he was more concerned. He goes, "Hey man, I want people to get the full value of it. I don't want them to be cheated out of their warranty." I'm like, "Well, listen, man, we're giving them a free computer. They're just gonna have to deal with the warranty issue. They can get insurance. It'll be fine. I mean, calm yourself, friend. You're good."
Well, what about the warranty? I don't care about that. Just
care about
they don't care. It's going to be fine.
Yeah. Which one you would have wanted? The PS5 for sure. You would have wanted the MacBook.
I would have wanted. I think out of all three, I think I would have gone MacBook because I'm not. Here we go. I'm not a Sony guy. I'm not a PS. I'm not a PlayStation guy. I'm an Xbox dude.
And you have a unit that works for you, so there's really no reason. See, I would have gotten the PS5 for the sole purpose of the value of it. Like to re-gift it to somebody else. That's all I would have cared about.
Yeah, if I got a PS5, there's no way I could bring that home and say, "Oh, you can't play it. We're going to sell it."
Yeah, if I said that in my house, it would be no different than me setting a hammer to my wife or a box of books. It means that much to her. It means it has zero value in our house.
Oh, really?
It has no value in my house. A PS5 has. I would rather have a nice can opener in my house than a PS5. It does not matter to me at all. I'd rather have good knives. But that video game system has. It's less than valuable in my house
because it takes up a lot of space.
Well, because I don't do anything with it. I don't play it. It doesn't interest me at all.
I don't game either, but Chris does.
Yeah.
But the MacBook Pro.
Man, you correct that.
That's my dream computer.
I mean, that's a game. That's a parental game changer. That PS5 bundle. It's a parental game changer.
Yeah, you stop being a parent.
Yeah, you can do anything you want at that point.
Enjoy that, Raymond.
I mean, bruises fade away real quick when you got a PS5 underneath the tree.
You could give that to somebody and say, "Hey, look, I hope you enjoy that. You don't date until you're 26 now."
Mm-hmm.
Well, remember, he's keeping it for himself.
Yeah, I know.
So I predict future fights.
He didn't strike me as a gamer for you. And did he strike you as a gamer?
I love that.
Yeah, no,
I love that.
You guys didn't strike. He didn't look like a gamer. He's like an old dude.
Well, yeah,
he had a gray beard and whatnot. He's gaming.
That's just because stereotypes aren't 100% accurate.
I know
there,
that, Ross.
Jim.
I know that. I know that.
So
I know that. I know your credit's good.
Anybody can be a gamer. And you might be surprised. You could get a PS5. You could download retro games on it.
I'll tell you, you know what I may do in my life when I'm no longer able to do the stuff I like to do physically. I actually may take up gaming then. Like when all I can do is sit around and not do anything, not go anywhere.
That's what the world needs, a curmudgeonly gamer.
Oh, yeah. I'll start a
you
TikTok.
Kids, get off my battlefield.
I'll call myself the Gurney Gamer.
Yeah.
God.
That's just play from a gurney waiting for death to take me away.
It's a solid gamer tag.
That's the Gurney Gamer?
Gurney Gamer just joined the lobby. Triple kill from Gurney Gamer. I have you ever put on the headset and just talked mad trash to people online?
No, I watched my son do it, though. He's really good at it because he's a good player. It
helps.
He's a good player in a couple of games, and he talks a bunch of noise to him, and it's pretty funny. And they're vicious. Oh, my God, those gaming communities can be the most violent, disrespectful places on planet Earth.
That's where swatting, that's where a lot of the swatting got started, was one gamer pissing off another gamer, and then you end up calling the sheriff's office and saying, Yeah,
this guy's got a bunch of drugs in his house.
And they
don't. It's so terrible.
I mean,
so stupid.
I don't know who else would think of that.
All right, 407-916-1041. Load them up. Trivia's next. Let's keep giving stuff away.
All right.
You have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
It's Colin Cowherd. Here's what's trending from iHeart Sports Network, presented by Mercedes-Benz. Baker Mayfield has somehow found himself on Pro Football Focus's most underrated list as we head into the season. Let's see multiple national endorsements, TV all the time, reigning coach of the year, surrounded with a loaded roster. Baker's also beloved by fans and media, and it would be shocking if he soon didn't get a massive new contract. Derek Carr of the Raiders, my choice for most underrated. I'm Colin Cowherd. They say lightning never strikes twice. Try 8 times. The unrivaled Mercedes-Benz SUV family is waiting to make the impossible happen for you at your local dealer. Test drive one of the 8 impressive models, or learn more at MBUSA.com.
Do you need your contractor's license? In 4 short weekends with Camtech School of Construction, you'll be ready to ace the state exam. Get legal, get licensed, get Camtech. Join us for a free info seminar this Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Holiday Inn Universal. CamtechSchool.com.
It gets hot in the summertime, and last year, I'm so glad I found Mills Air because they were able to switch out my old system for a Carrier system, and I saved so much money when it comes to my power bill. It is MillsAir.com. That's MillsAir.com. Have them check out your system, MillsAir.com.
911, what's your emergency?
This car, an SUV, it was going across, it went around the barrier and the train. Oh God.
Ma'am, did a train hit an SUV? Is that what happened?
Yes, the train is still going. The train is going and the car, I can't believe it.
You can't judge the speed of an approaching train. That's why the signals are there. Stop. Trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA.
How much do you really know about John Lennon? Blood on the Tracks, The John Lennon Story is a new podcast hosted by Jake Brennan about Lennon's post-Beatles years in the turbulent, political, and violent 1970s, told from the perspective of those who knew him best.
I knew where the relationship was going. John no longer wanted me around, I guess. So we made a deal and both got what we wanted. I got $90,000 from a Capitol Records exec, and John got to move on without me.
Listen to Blood on the Tracks, The John Lennon Story on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Based on the short story by Stephen King, Strawberry Spring is a new horror podcast that follows a reporter on the bloody trail of a modern-day Jack the Ripper. Every 8 years, a dense fog descends on New Sharon College, hiding all from sight, including the crimes of Spring-Heeled Jack.
Wait, are you telling me?
We can't be sure, but as of right now, it looks like Spring-Heeled Jack is back.
Spring-Heeled Jack is back.
Listen to Strawberry Spring on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
With a SunTrust checking account, stay on top of your money with all the right ingredients. Get free helpings to online resources and tools to help make your money grow. Manage your spending by receiving alerts. And help yourself to seconds on your money with cash back with SunTrust deals. Open an account today at suntrust.com/checking. Must have online banking to participate in SunTrust deals. SunTrust, now Truist. Member FDIC.
Hello, Florida. Switching to Geico is a good idea, especially when you consider everything.
First off, Geico makes it easy to switch, and you can contact your local agent for personalized assistance.
But having a trusted insurer in your life could make you feel so secure that you'll want to do something dangerous like run through a cactus patch, and that never ends well.
Well, if you switch to Geico, you could save hundreds on car insurance, and you could keep saving by bundling your motorcycle, boat, and RV, plus your renter's insurance.
But saving money might make you want to giggle gleefully, and when your mouth's open, a stray acorn could fall in there. It happens a lot, actually.
Well, they do have an industry-leading mobile app you can use to pay your bill, file and manage a claim, or add a new driver. And they offer discounts to military and federal employees.
And that might make you so happy that you start whistling all the time. Who likes whistling? Name one person.
Well, Geico is the largest car insurer in the state and has been saving people money for 85 years. It's hard to beat that.
But you're right.
Switch to Geico. It's obviously a good idea.
He raids your fridge.
You're out of brada.
Borrows your car without asking.
Scratches? What scratches?
He's your brother-in-law.
I'll pay you back.
He takes what's yours, and there's nothing you can do. But when identity thieves want to take what's yours, you can do something. LifeLock by Norton monitors your info and alerts you to potential threats. If you become a victim, they can help fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but you can save up to 25% off your first year at LifeLock.com using promo code NEWS.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated, and divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. Call Cordell & Cordell. You're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Yes, I need to replace my old air conditioner.
For AC replacement, please hold the line.
Here we go.
And we're back. So, what do you want now?
Same as before, new air conditioner.
I just need to put you on hold again. Somebody's calling.
I'm calling.
But this might be someone important.
But I need...
We get a lot of calls this time of year. Dreadfully hot, you understand?
Yes, I understand perfectly.
So if you'll just wait a little longer...
You know, this would never happen with Frank Gay.
You didn't call Frank Gay.
Well...
Did you?
Probably should have.
Probably should have. Well, tough luck. So, would you like to go back on hold?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need AC replacement, you should be the priority. Experienced technicians ready to roll on your schedule and your installation done right. That's the Frank Gay way.
Next time you can call Frank Gay.
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Dangling the proverbial carrot since 1993. Whatever the hell that means. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041. Of course, you can always text us at 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Ross thought it's top of the hour for sure.
Oh, yeah. I'm feeling confident.
Yeah. Ross, what's in the old sauce jar, buddy?
Woo-wee! We don't have to do that monologue for a little bit of time. But I do have a beautiful pair of tickets to see who other than UCF take on Bethune-Cookman University. That's going down this Saturday, September 11th at the famous, world-famous Bounce House. Of course, the game time is at 6:30 p.m., and that is your sauce jar, which is brought to you by...
That's right.
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Go local with your move. It can be local or long distance, residential or commercial. And if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, you'll get a discount. So book them today at centomoving.com. That's CENTO moving.com. Okay, now what?
Yeah, CentoMoving.com. They're awesome guys. And so it's weird. We don't have the summer of stuff anymore. That's all over. We've been doing it for like 3 months.
Which means I've got to have that sponsor ready to go.
And you just talked to a couple of them behind the scenes. Are they fired up?
Oh, yeah. Raymond said he never wins anything. Can't believe he selected the bundle, and he's ready to come get it now.
That's awesome. Do we know how he got involved? What avenue did he take to get into the summer of stuff?
Raymond, I believe, was an Instagram
very good
entry.
That's very good. Yeah, we started that early in the program, so we did get a lot of Insta listeners. For all you guys who got involved, though, we really do appreciate it. Stay tuned. We'll come up with another fun way for you to get involved with not the summer of stuff, but maybe we'll have some fall fun coming up with Code Black
Fall
IT.
into fun.
I'll find out what he's got available, and then we'll go from there. He's just getting back from drinking for 3 days. Ross, who goes first today, buddy?
Let's welcome, he's the name of the storm. I'm sure he's tired of it, so let's welcome Larry on line 4.
Larry, what's going on?
What's up?
Not much. Want to play a little game with us?
Yeah, let's try it.
Let's do it.
Do you want to play a game?
All right, Larry, this is a really easy game. We have a question here, 4 answers. One of them is a lie. If you find it, I will send you the sauce jar, and you can go to the UCF game in the Bounce House this Saturday night.
Pretty cool.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. On this day in 1921, 1921, the very first Miss America contest was held in Atlantic City, New Jersey. On this day in 1921. Here are 3 fun facts about Miss America and 1 lie that better not show too much leg. Number 1, to compete in the Miss America pageant, you can't be married, but you can be divorced. Number 2, the Miss America pageant was the 3rd highest rated TV event in 1976 with 28 million homes tuning in. Number 3, most Miss Americas have come from 3 states, Texas, Oklahoma, and Ohio. And lastly, until 1940, the application for Miss America stated you had to be in good health and of the white race. Which of those is a lie?
Let's go with number 3.
Number 3 is absolutely true.
Wow.
Most Miss Americas come from Texas, Oklahoma, and Ohio.
Wow.
And there are 19 states that have never had one over 100 years, too.
Looking at you, Wyoming.
Who's next?
Let's welcome Mike on line 2.
Mike, what's up, buddy?
Let's go.
All right, let's go indeed. We're talking about the Miss America contest. Find the lie here, buddy. Number 1, to compete in the Miss America pageant, you can't be married, but you could be divorced. Number 2, the Miss America pageant was the 3rd highest rated TV event in 1976 with 28 million homes tuning in. And lastly, until 1940, the application for Miss America stated you had to be in good health and of the white race.
I'm going to go with number 1.
Number 1's true, buddy. Unfortunately, to compete in the Miss America pageant back in the day, you could be married, but you could not, or you couldn't be married, but you could be divorced. In other words, single.
Right.
Available to all of those people on the boardwalk. Who's next, Ross?
Let's welcome Tim.
Tim, very nice. Tim, how are you, buddy?
Good. How are we doing today?
Very good. You got a 50-50 shot here for the UCF game this Saturday. Tell me about this lie. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, the Miss America pageant was the 3rd highest rated TV event in 1976 with 28 million homes tuning in. Or lastly, until 1940, the application stated you had to be in good health and of the white race.
The first one's the lie.
That is the lie, buddy. I'm going to put you on hold. You are a winner. Enjoy the game. UCF versus Bethune-Cookman. Yeah, it's, I don't know if it was not the 3rd highest rated event in 1976. But until 1940, the application said clearly you had to be in good health and you had to be white if you wanted to be Miss America. And there was actually some controversy, I believe, in the 60s when a Jewish woman won Miss America, and they wanted her to use a different last name. And she said, because I'm a Jew? No, not a chance. I live in a building full of Jews.
Right.
Do you think I'm going to go back there and say I'm somebody else because you don't want a Jew representing America? Crazy, man. A couple other things you may not know about the Miss America contest before we find out what's coming up for Raw Thoughts. To add to the race qualification thing, you actually even had to go farther. You had to prove your ancestral heritage as far back as you possibly could to make sure there was no impure blood in there. This is in 21, by the way. We hadn't even been here that long.
I know.
The Miss USA pageant was created with 1951 winner. This was her. Okay. The Miss USA pageant was created when the 1951 winner refused to model Catalina bathing suits, which she did not like and did not want to do. A giant sponsor at the time, and she said, look, I'm a singer. I'm not a pinup girl, because the talent aspect of this was a massive part of it. Because the bathing suits they were like all one piece with legs and bell holes. So they basically said, you have to do this. She said, no, I didn't. She left the contest and started Miss USA.
Wow.
That's how Miss USA started, is because somebody pissed off the wrong person for Miss America, and she took off and started a whole new thing altogether. The pageant was started to keep people on the boardwalk longer, and that's it. They didn't care about beauty. They didn't care about any of that. They just wanted you staying on the boardwalk as long as possible to spend as much money as you possibly could. It was basically a horse and pony show the entire time. And the last thing that Deb is going to love the most, in the 30s, on the boardwalk, there was a piece of wood. It was like a door, and it was the cutout of an ideal female shape.
And if you couldn't fit through the cutout, you couldn't compete.
If you couldn't stand in the cutout, and your hips and your boobs and your legs and your waist didn't fit the cutout, you were not going to be in the contest, regardless of anything else. There you go. The great Miss America contest here in the U.S., where all we do is respect people.
Such a shame it's gone.
Ross, what's coming up for thoughts there, Killer?
I had arguably the most special moment I've ever had with my fiance, because I have never been in more love, and I've never been so afraid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hit me with the bookends on the weekend.
You met my wife, bro? Same boat. I'll take the right oar. We'll be back next.
So you weren't the 10th caller and you didn't win the prize you wanted from your favorite radio station. Boo friggin' who. There's still a way for you to win. RealRadio.fm keyword contest. Somebody's got to win. Might as well be you.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
Central Florida Parkway is still shut down at Astronaut Boulevard just east of OBT due to power lines down in the area. Think about Weatherby or Taft Island Road as alternates for you. Ronald Reagan Boulevard also has problems north and southbound from a crash just north of 434. Avoid this area. Westbound travel on I-4 heavy approaching Osceola Polkline Road. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Churches.
Churches has a deal made for you or all y'all. Choose your favorite tenders of classic style chicken and spicy or original, with sides and biscuits for everyone. So swing by for Churches Feed 6 starting at $20 deals. Churches, bringing that down-home flavor. Offer valid at participating locations.
Woo! Saving money is a beautiful thing, and I love to do it when it's also helping save the environment, because my home is more energy efficient thanks to the windows in my home from FAS Windows and Doors. So, my home built in the 70s, so single pane aluminum frame windows, not energy efficient at all. That changed the day FAS Windows and Doors installed double pane low E windows. They seal up my home. My AC runs less, keeps my home cool, keeps the outside noise where it belongs. Also, added security to my home with security impact glass. Man, I sleep better at night because of it, and it's because of the fine folks at FAS Windows and Doors and their fine products. See what they can do for you. There's a showroom right on Fairbanks and Winter Park, right off of I-4. It's the FAS Windows and Doors showroom right by Skycraft, or just go to their website. It's FASWD.com.
The game is on. Big watch party on the couch. Everyone needs more snacks from 7-Eleven. So what's the play here? Use code DELIVERY for $15 off your first 7-Eleven delivery order. You'll be the MVP of football watching without moving a yard. And your prize shall be all of the wings. 7-Eleven, take it to 11. Offer ends 11/2/21 with promo code on first order for new customers. $25 minimum. Limit one-time use per customer. Plus tax and fees. Limited delivery area. See 7NOW app for terms.
Spectrum Business called their competitors to see if any of them could beat Spectrum's Business Internet Plus phone offer for $69.98 per month with no added phone taxes or fees. Here are real quotes from the competition.
How are they pulling in no fees and taxes? That's madness.
I would 100% go with Spectrum.
Even the competition recommends Spectrum Business. Call 855-339-5344 and switch to Spectrum Business today.
Competitor quotes from actual phone conversations. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Tools help us tackle all kinds of challenges. The same goes for financial tools, like an Amscot cash advance. Up to $500 when you need it, with no credit check. Get started at amscot.com. Some restrictions apply.
Get ready. Saving starts with Xfinity. Because when you get Xfinity Internet and mobile together, you can save up to $400 a year on your wireless bill. Enjoy fast, reliable internet at home and nationwide 5G on the go, included at no extra cost. That means you can connect to everything you love, whether you're a next-level gaming aficionado, an online shopping mastermind, or crushing that research project. So go ahead, stream on all your devices or video chat from anywhere and save hundreds while doing it, because saving starts with Xfinity. Get Xfinity Internet for $20 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile and ask how to get an eligible 5G phone on us. And for a limited time, $300 back. Don't miss out. Go to Xfinity.com/start saving. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Internet offer ends 9/7/21 and requires paperless billing and autopay. Restrictions apply. New performance starter internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Savings based on optimized pricing. Actual savings may vary.
Start fall with everything to do business better during Dell Technologies Labor Day event. Save up to 45% on select business PCs with Windows 10 Pro. Power your workday with savings on Dell servers, monitors, docks, and other accessories, plus free shipping on everything. Do more with modern devices and Windows 10 Pro. Call 877-ASK-DELL for a Dell Technologies advisor who can help you find the right tech. That's 877-ASK-DELL for business specials during Dell's Labor Day event.
I donate plasma with BioLife because I like giving back.
I donate plasma with BioLife because people living with immune deficiencies need my help today.
I donate plasma with BioLife because I don't have a good reason not to.
I donate plasma with BioLife because I get paid.
I donate plasma with BioLife because I like a little extra spending cash.
I donate plasma with BioLife because I want to buy a TV for my bathroom one day.
Whatever your reason, BioLife makes it easy to earn up to $1,200 in your first month of donating. BioLife. There's purpose in your plasma. Visit biolifeplasma.com to learn more.
When you owe the IRS or state sales tax and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law for effective tax help. J. David Tax Law can stop IRS or state collection actions and protect you from financial ruin. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962 or at jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
So, what are you sipping? Whether it's our freshly ground coffee to wake you up, or an icy Polar Pop cup or Froster to keep you going, our new Sip and Save drink subscription at Circle K will keep you refreshed every day. Join Circle K's Sip and Save and grab any size drink every day for just $5.99 a month. Yeah! Start sipping and saving today. Just sign up with your mobile number when you check out at Circle K. Limited time offer at participating locations.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lynch Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch.
Yeah. We like it when you watch.
At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Yeah, it's funny when you give stuff out like that, how people's schedules clear right up. Yeah. I don't need to work tomorrow. Everybody's going to get their stuff tomorrow. I love it. All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. If you haven't checked this out online, JimColbertLive.com. That's where all the podcasts are. Whether it be Colbert Court, Animal House, What'd You Do That's New, Ross Thoughts, Scott Maxwell's Calls, they're all up there. Plus the entire show. If you just want to download the entire thing and listen to it whenever, we have a lot of people that do that. You're welcome to do so. You can also watch the show streaming every single day, YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. It's all right there and free of charge. Just log right on in and enjoy yourself. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Let's find out what the hell Ross is thinking. It's time for Ross Thoughts.
It's weird.
Tell you what I'm thinking.
It's funny.
I'm madly in love.
Sometimes.
Also afraid of my life.
It's Ross. spelled like sauce.
For my life.
It's Ross Thoughts.
All right, so check this out. I got this girl in my corner that's an absolute 10. A smoke show.
She's a dime, bro.
She can do push-ups,
sit-ups,
crunch, pull-ups,
crunches,
all of them.
Stadiums.
She is phenomenal. I'm so madly in love with her. In fact, the only thing, when you love someone that much, though, and she got this new job being a real estate agent, I start thinking like, all right, make some money, but don't make too much money. When you look at me and go, what am I doing with this bum? I'm like, no, we don't want to be breaking too hard into the six figures. I don't want you to perceive me and go, oh, cool, I fell in love with a rat. Just skewering out the sewers.
Right now, you guys are about even?
Yeah, I think I probably a little bit more just because I do a lot of stand-up. So I'm like multiple jobbing, and now she is as well. So she's definitely caught up.
Weird flex.
Well, I answered the question.
I feel like you had to say
So check this out, though. I go ahead, and, she's all right. I don't want to say that she's manly.
Okay, yeah, don't do that. She's not very manly.
She's not.
She's not manly.
I mean, not even remotely.
I'm not going to say
what she is capable.
Yeah, okay. Let's go with capable.
Yeah, let's take the gender out of it.
She's capable of being a little manly.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Exactly.
You're on your own.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
I'll throw this out here, right?
Hey, it's funny that he's digging himself this ditch because around the house, it would be his fiance, the one with the shovel doing the work.
That's right. I bet she would appreciate a 12-volt DeWalt.
I'm just saying, stereotypical, genderly, right?
Okay,
That's what I'm trying to get at. The other day, I was like mowing the backyard, and all of a sudden, I heard "babe," and then she was talking to me. I look around the yard. She's not there. She's on the roof. What are you doing on the roof?
What was she doing on the roof? Cleaning the gutters?
Yeah, she was just scrubbing away. I don't know if it was her just up on a Red Bull or something.
That's her investment, dude. That's her investment. I mean, that is a big move. You got to take good care of it. She's right.
So she tossed me the brush. I'm scrubbing on the bottom, and she's like, all right, give it back to me. I'm like, all right, that's okay. Here we go.
Right.
Well, this past
give it back. You're dumb.
Yeah, this past weekend though, I had this just moment of just, oh my God, I'm so in love with you. And also, what did I unleash?
Okay. What happened?
My best friend, who's a fellow season ticket member for Orlando City, shout out to the Lions, right? Well, they played the Columbus Crew Saturday. My friend couldn't make it. And whenever that happens, I always ask my fiance, hey, got an extra ticket. Do you want to go with me?
Is she a soccer fan?
Not really.
Gotcha.
Not really.
So that's why you wouldn't take her anyway. She's not really into it.
Yeah, she's not super into it. She's more like, I mean, if the ticket's free, I'm always down for a date night. I love your company.
Yeah.
Let's go hang out.
All
so
right. Have some beers, watch some soccer. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, so she goes out to this Columbus Crew game. Daryl DK, Nani's playing. They start. It's a great game. And all of a sudden, about, I think it was minute 23, 24, Daryl DK on a counterattack. All right, now my girls had a couple of beers, a couple high lives.
Oh, yeah, those 8%ers that get there in a hurry.
Those ones that just slap the soul out of your mouth.
Especially when you're 130 pounds.
I take one sip and I'm like through the wall. I'm done.
You're fighting your shadow.
I'm dead serious, man. Some of those IPAs would be like, oh, I guess I'm going to the bathroom now. It is a different ball game.
Yeah, you chew those beers.
Yeah.
Those things have body.
Yeah, so those work. She has a high lie, I have a high lie. All of a sudden, she starts asking some questions. The alcohol is getting her a little curious about one of my favorite things to watch in soccer. She goes, what's offsides? I explain offsides poorly, but she pretends that she understands.
But nobody can explain soccer offsides well.
Yeah, it's not
very
an
difficult.
easy rule to explain.
Gotcha.
All of a sudden, Daryl DK on a counterattack. And as soon as Daryl TK gets the ball, the whole stadium, Jack is right there.
Oh, it was so great.
We start, the whole stadium knows, we've got a chance of some magic here. This smells like a goal, it feels like a goal, it tastes like a goal, but there's still like 40 yards to go.
Right, it's like a breakaway with Jordan back in the day. You knew the windmill was coming.
Something's good is gonna happen. He hits him with the body feint, one body feint. After the first body feint, I look at my girl and I tap her on the leg and I go, watch this. Second body feint. Watch this. Third body feint. Defender slide tackles. Bites on the third body feint. Daryl DK, right foot, cannon, back of the net. And then I hear from my left, "Oh, yeah! Yeah!" I didn't know she had that in her. And I realized that the soccer bug got a little infested into my fiance. And I fell so madly in love with that moment.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Daryl DK, for putting that in the back of the net. But I just didn't know that my girl, yeah'd like that.
She had that guttural growl.
A guttural growl, like a stand when you pee, that gutter growl.
That highlight melted her vocal cords.
It was...
I bet she saw Full Monty, too.
It was... I don't even know what you're talking about.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I've seen the musical.
Yeah.
I closed my eyes. But still, I will never forget that moment when she... Oh, yeah.
Listen, I know what you're talking about, and I'm not trying to jump in. My wife played golf with me a couple times and hit a shot like perfectly onto the green from like 125 yards first, and it looked at me and said, "Wow, that's awesome!" And I was like,
Yeah, this is why I'm here.
Yeah,
this is why this is working. It was priceless. Off of a guy who I've never met's right foot, just made me fall all back in love. And I was like, oh my God, she's about this. And then I kind of got a little worried, though, of going like, oh man, she's not stopping. Chugged a beer.
Damn, another one, huh?
Yeah, well, no, same beer. She polished off the beer out of
it's going in hard.
Out of celebrations.
That's not a chuggable beer, buddy.
Yeah,
that's like chuggable, very pulpy orange juice.
I was like, all right, I guess I'm driving. Okay, you can't drive stick, but still. Yeah. I have never. It was so magical. Have you guys? So, Jim, you've had that moment with golf.
Yeah, with golf. I mean, my wife went with me. I bought her some clubs just to come. Did that old husband trick. Hey, baby, I bought you some clubs. I thought it'd be awesome. We spend some time together. It was something I enjoy. Blah blah blah. And she gets out there and she tries it a couple times. Hurts herself like the third time, but the first or second time she made par from like 125 yards.
Oh, money
on her own ball, like legit hit it up there. And I was like, I thought she was going to be hooked. Did not work.
Yeah.
Did not work.
That third time happened.
That's the last time she played.
But Deb, anything? Have you ever experienced I've never experienced. I've experienced it in the past, but never to that level of like, oh my God.
Well, it would be Deb's thing, right? Because if you guys went to a ball game, like your man's a big Cubs fan,
right?
If you guys went to a Cubs game and you just started screaming out because somebody hit a big bomb or something like that, it would be like the same thing.
Flip side was getting shushed by my ex-husband during a football game.
Shushed?
Shushed.
He's wrong.
Shushed.
What'd you do?
Cheering for my team.
For the Green Bay? You were playing?
Yeah, for the Packers.
Were you at the game or were you?
No, I was at home on the couch yelling at the TV like every other proud American.
You got shushed in your own house?
You can't do that.
You cannot do that.
I told him
What if you're British? Can you do it if you're British?
He thought he could.
Oh yeah, he's British.
Mm-hmm. And he shushed me during a football game.
I wonder. Yeah, that's why.
And then when he regained consciousness, he apologized.
Right, yeah.
It's so un-American, and now I understand why. He wasn't American. God, and then I looked over at Jack because I was watching the game with Jack.
What is this with you guys and Jack?
No, with Jack, I think it would be like if Naomi played Red Dead with him.
Oh, man.
That would be it, right? Like if she wandered up on the couch, you're playing Red Dead, you're virtually riding your horse, virtually fishing. And she sits down and says, I want to fake fish, and I want to fake ride a horse.
He would hate that.
Would you hate it, Jack?
If she had an interest in that game, it would be better if she had an interest in watching the game than I could play. Jack. Otherwise, if she wanted to play, then I'd have to watch.
How exactly do you stay married?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's an entertaining game.
I don't get it. It's like
probably got a counseling session in my future. I don't.
So boxing it away.
Orlando City goes up in this game 1-0. I just saw my girl go through teenage boy puberty,
right?
And it just completely warps.
She went through her NSYNC invasion all over again.
Yeah, like this. I'm telling you, like my chest got hairier just by hearing this yeah.
Was she like fist pumping like Arsenio? Was she getting all aggro, like really aggro? High-fiving general strangers?
It was, yes.
Were you guys in the supporter section?
No, we're sitting right in midfield. It's a great seat. And
outgrew that finally. Did you? Good for you.
Yeah, we did that. We got seats.
Good for you.
I'm 30 now. And
I got you.
I got ankle swelling.
I like to sit down.
Right, yeah, you outgrew that. That's what I'm.
So I go. So what happens is that we score a second goal. It's not as exciting as the first goal, but still, you always celebrate a second goal.
Yeah.
So I get like a little diet version of the yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. We're coming back down to earth.
Well, she's so drunk she can't see.
I was so
Her hair is back up.
I was so scared that I was going to get bruises or something, you know? We get scored on. Now the game is now 2-2.
Oh, wow.
Orlando City gets scored on twice within 5 minutes. And then 3-2 happens. And she drops another atomic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just like,
yeah.
Come on, guys, do it right.
Right?
And, sorry, we can't get that low.
And so,
My apologies.
The first time she drops the I'm caught off guard, but I still go in for the kiss because I'm so like madly in love.
Yeah.
Right?
You want people to know you're with her. I get it.
Yeah. So, it's like, back off. This is mine.
I got
this?
I got that ploy.
You see this hot woman celebrating this goal to this level?
Uh-huh.
Mine, baby.
Oh, yeah.
The third goes in, and she drops another and I drop a not nearly as strong.
Mm-hmm.
She out-yazzed me, and that was a weird moment.
And you're the big fan.
I'm the big fan. I'm like, oh, man, that was louder than my And then I go in for the kiss. She kisses me, and then I kind of go in for like a little bit of a little makeout session. And then that's when she's like, no, back to the game. What are you doing, puss?
Wow.
We're here for sports.
Then she hit you in the arm with her closed fist.
God. So I got hit with the bookends of like,
You guys chest bumped and said, let's go.
Yeah. And I was the one saying, ow. Because mine were the more sensitive out of the two. It was such an interesting bookend experience that I will always have for the rest of my life.
Do you think that's an isolated event, or did she show interest in maybe going to another game, or did she say, yeah, I'm good, I got all my soccer?
After the third goal goes in, she goes, okay, now explain to me offsides. I was like, okay, but this time you care. But those are your Ross thoughts. Whenever you're in a relationship and you have those moments, bottle those up, man, because that's one I'm taking to the grave. I will never forget that first like she was summoning a demon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out. Peace.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. You know what the funny thing is we've talked about this. I've had a weird 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I had a mother, and my uncle also passed away from COVID and other pleurisy, other issues. My dog died as well. But Jack told me something today that I did not know. It's another one of these beautiful cultural phenomenons that I am fascinated with, and I'll tell you what that is right after this.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mikey, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, the lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
Well, Central Florida Parkway remains closed due to fallen power lines in the area just east of OBT at Astronaut Boulevard. Consider Weatherby Road or Taft Island Road for alternates through here. Ronald Reagan Boulevard still under investigation from a crash affecting a ride north and southbound just north of State Road 434. Avoid this area as well. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Hitting speed bumps in your hiring process? Streamline your route to hired with Indeed. Their hiring platform makes it easy to attract, screen, and interview candidates, all in the same place. Find your next great hired and visit Indeed.com/credit.
Man, if you're thinking about hiring a new security company, maybe upgrading your existing situation, I recommend Safe Touch Security Systems, and I have for about 10 years now on Real Radio 104.1. One of the main reasons, the two-way communicator. You know why? Because you always have that live operator 24/7, and you get the fastest emergency response possible. Crooks know to stay away from Safe Touch because they do not joke. When you have a security system, you want it to call the command center immediately. Get that verification as fast as possible. That's exactly what they do. That's exactly exactly what they do within 8 to 11 seconds. That's when Safe Touch contacts you, contacts the command center, and gets you in help you need. These guys do it all the time. The fastest, safest alarm in the business, and it only starts about $1.50 a day. Plus, you get that lifetime parts and labor warranty and guaranteed response 24/7. That's why you should choose Safe Touch. And I'm telling you, they have the best prices, $29.95 a month, and you don't even need a phone line. Go to safetouch.com or call 888-723-8682. It's safetouch.com. State license EF233.
Our iconic iHeartRadio Music Festival is finally back. September 17th and 18th at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Billie Eilish, Cheap Trick, Coldplay, Dua Lipa, Finneas, Florida Georgia Line, J. Cole, Journey, Khalid, Lil Baby, Maroon 5, Nelly, Sam Hunt, Weezer, and more. Streaming free on the CW app and CWTV.com and live on iHeartRadio stations across America. Our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
When it comes to power, trust the source. SolarSource.com.
Hey, Central Florida, it's time to up your standard of driving. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. Are you sick of driving a car you hate? Raise the bar in a nice new car and lower your monthly payment at the same time. Used cars from just $69 per month. New cars from just $129 per month. Raise the bar and I'll get more for your old car. We'll pay up to $5,000 over appraised value for your clunker. Is your credit score lower than you like? We will help you get approved. That's what makes us your car dealer next door. Give it a try. I'm raising the bar and making my best offer ever, like brand new Mirage's 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty, and introducing the all-new 2022 Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. Plus, check out our certified used cars. Monthly payments from just $69 per month. Trade-ins will pay over appraised value. So get here quick. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Mirage 9900 72 months. 2.9 APR. $9 down. $249 payment plus tax tag fees. Max trade incentive based on purchase.
Boost and Cricket charge more for unlimited 5G. Metro doesn't. Introducing the big 5G upgrade from Metro by T-Mobile. Just $25 a month gets you unlimited 5G and a free 5G smartphone. That's half the price of Boost and Cricket's top plans. So ditch your overpriced connections and switch to Metro, the leader in prepaid. Experience 5G speed at no extra cost and step up big time with the big 5G upgrade. Get one line of unlimited 5G smartphone data plus a free Samsung Galaxy 5G when you trade in. All with the power of the T-Mobile 5G network. Rule your day with 5G, only at Metro. Limited time in-store only. If congested data users greater than 35 gigabytes per month notice lower speeds, and Metro customers notice lower speeds versus T-Mobile due to deprioritization. Leader based on prepaid subs June 2021. Save half based on one-line Boost and Cricket unlimited plan. See store for details.
There's a whole new spin on pumpkin to love at Dunkin'. Sip into fall with a $3 medium pumpkin cream cold brew or a pumpkin spice signature latte. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply. Valid on pumpkin spice signature latte only and all cold foam cold brew.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's opponents on Man vs. Train. At the crossing, we have Rick, a 175-pound frustrated man who's running late for work. And on the tracks, we have Bull, a million-pound freight train that takes a mile to stop. Let's see who comes out on top.
You can't beat a train, so don't try. Stop. Trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA.
The unstoppable spirit lives inside all of us. As a financial coach at Operation Hope, Trudy Morrison empowers people to overcome economic challenges and bring their dreams to life. Her mission is to inspire the unstoppable spirit in everyone, and our mission at First Horizon is to invest in Trudy and organizations like hers to create a better future for all. Visit firsthorizon.com/unstoppable to learn how unstoppable starts here.
You may not be planning to get stopped at a rail crossing today, but trains can come at any time. When you approach a rail crossing, stop before the pavement markings that look like white connecting X's. Never stop on the tracks or drive around lowered gates. Remember, slow down. Keep clear of the tracks by staying outside of the dynamic envelope and stay alert. Plans can wait. Trains can't. The department's efforts are ongoing, so follow FDOT on social for more updates.
The trip of a lifetime to the concert of the year. It's the epic return of our iHeartRadio Music Festival next Friday and Saturday in Vegas. But there's only one trip left for you to win. Listen to the iHeartRadio Music Festival station on the free iHeart app, and you'll be entered to win this final trip to Vegas to see once-in-a-lifetime performances from Cheap Trick, Coldplay, Journey, Weezer, and more. Listen to the live iHeartRadio Music Festival station now to win the last trip. iHeart. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one app.
Enjoy Lasting Impressions, now through September 26th. Get tickets today at drphilipcenter.org.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show, already in progress.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041. Text us 770-31. I'm Jim. Deb's here.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Good evening.
Ross is here. Oh, yeah. A couple of things in the show for the day. Got a number of stories we did not make it to today that I wanted to kind of cover. One is kind of funny that I want to get to that thing that Jack mentioned to me a little earlier in the program that I found very interesting. I am genuinely... If you ever want to know anything about me personally, there's a lot of stuff you know just by me being on the air for so long. But I am fascinated with cultural differences across the globe. How one thing in one country can be perfectly fine, accepted behavior, and then 1,000 miles away, it could be the worst possible thing you could do. And I just find that very interesting. That juxtaposition to me is very human.
Yeah, like be very careful where you think you might be putting that thumb up to go hitchhiking. And really what you're really saying in that particular country is not hitchhiking.
Or saying peace, is
exactly.
another way to say it.
F you.
Yeah, right, exactly. So it's kind of interesting, and we'll go over that in a second. But, Jack, I will tell you, this is going to hit me, you, and Deb pretty hard. But I don't know how Ross is going to feel about this.
I feel great.
We all grew up with characters in our lives because when you're I'm in my 50s, so I'm Gen.
You're a Gen X.
I'm a Gen Xer. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're growing up, you're inundated with characters from advertisers, from
Captain Kangaroo,
whatever the case may be.
Bugs Bunny,
Lucky Charms, Magically Delicious, the little elf,
Count Chocula,
Count Chocula.
Where's the beef lady?
Tony the Tiger,
the Toucan Sam,
Toucan Sam. Yep.
I mean, a lot of
Snap,
those.
Crackle, and Pop.
I know.
Who has the most famous set of characters as an entity like that? What brand has iconic characters that have been around since the inception of the brand, and to this day they're still used in advertising?
Looney Tunes.
No, it's a business.
Well, MetLife uses Peanuts.
Yeah, that's a Snoopy.
That's actually a really good one. That's not it though.
More characters.
Well, Sears isn't around. JCPenney isn't around.
How about McDonald's?
Oh, Ronald McDonald.
McDonald. Well,
yeah, but Hamburglar,
Grimace, which is a weird name,
right? And what are the other ones? There's aren't there 2 French fries involved with that thing as well?
Was there a Hamburglar? Did we already mention
Hamburglar, Grimace, Ronald McDonald, and there were others, right? I mean,
there were a whole slew of them.
Let me ask you a question before you don't look anything up, please.
Oh,
I want to ask you something.
Okay.
What is Grimace?
Can I look at a picture of him again to remind myself?
I got you one right here.
I believe he's a purple tumor.
He's like, he kind of looks like
Barney,
like a big, kind of a talking kernel of purple corn or something.
Yeah.
His name should have been Benign.
What is he? Did you in all your years?
He's a frown.
But no,
because he didn't get any fries.
What is he? What is Grimace? What is it?
He's not Barney.
Never thought about it.
It is something.
Yeah.
It's something that all of you own. All of you have one of these.
Raisins.
Actually, can I tell you? Oh. All of you have a whole bunch of these.
All right, well, let's rule out tumors, right?
A bath mat?
This is a really big story. Oddly big story. You ready for this?
Oh, don't read the texting service. I wonder if it's what it is.
Okay. So, McDonald's manager was doing an interview, and he says he left the internet more confused than ever because for years nobody knew what Grimace was. Everybody took a guess. Jack never even thought about it.
Nope.
I thought about it as a kid, didn't care enough to keep on. I was like, well, it's a living grape. Who cares? It's funny. It's funny
He's
to watch.
A creature.
He's a creature, right?
He's like Snuffleupagus.
It doesn't need to be anything, right?
Even though he's an elephant.
Hemorrhoid.
Is he?
And that's exactly what you thought until this McDonald's manager.
What? That it was a hemorrhoid?
No.
Oh.
Blew up the spot. Like, apparently, this guy dropped a bomb on America of what Grimace is. During the interview, this guy Bates, his name is Brian Bates, he was dubbed the Outstanding Manager of the Year for his leadership during COVID-19 pandemic by the fast food chain. So of all the restaurants, this guy right here was Outstanding Manager of the Year. During the interview, they were talking about all the fun stuff, saving money, and of course, talked to the characters. Mayor McCheese is in there as well.
Oh, yeah, Mayor McCheese. There we go.
And everybody's like, well, what the hell is Grimace? What is Grimace? Grimace, this guy looks at him and goes, oh, yeah, everybody knows that. Grimace is a taste bud.
No.
Grimace is a taste bud. But then McDonald's comes out after all this and puts it. Now, this is in May of 2012 when this question was answered or asked originally. And McDonald's Corp, their Twitter account, actually put out what they said that Grimace was. And they said that Grimace is the embodiment of a milkshake. Like he would be the contents of a milkshake, but that doesn't make any sense because he's purple, and there is no purple milkshake. But they wanted to deny that he is a giant taste bud, and that's what Grimace is. So now you know from your childhood, the big purple blob that represented McDonald's to kids for eons is a taste bud.
Taste bud?
There you go.
It looks more like a uvula.
He does. It looks like something you'd blow out if you had COVID. The other thing I want to talk about is this thing that Jack brought up today.
Good call on the uvula, by the way. Do you know what the uvula is?
It's in your throat, right?
Yeah.
It's that punching bag that hangs out.
So, my mom, my mom passed a funeral. My uncle's coming up, going to have a funeral. And stereotypically, Ross, are you familiar with culturally, or in America, culturally, the protocols for going to funerals?
Yeah, don't show up late.
And?
They don't like that. You dress nice. You usually wear black.
Yeah.
That's should be
Right.
about it.
That's it. That's for like American, like it's not American Americans. That's wrong. Like white Americans. That's most white Americans, right?
Yeah.
What about like Puerto Ricans, Latinos, Spanish Americans?
I remember seeing a post go viral not too long ago. Is that like they'll straight up like taxidermy? I don't know if it was Puerto Rican. I just remember the photo being a Spanish dude, and it went viral because he was holding a blunt. It was a dead dude holding a blunt.
I've seen him on motorcycles, at poker tables. I've seen a lot of that because that culture is unique like that, right? And them being around the body doesn't have as much like power as it does. Like I couldn't even approach my mom's casket for the first 30 minutes I was even in the building. It was like that for me. It's not like that with that culture. And I did not know that. They wear white. And like it's a party, right? Jack, you just had an experience with this?
I went to, it was a memorial service. And when I got there, I realized I'm like, just a group of people walking in and they were all wearing white. And I'm like, huh. It's after Labor Day.
Is this the right building?
Yeah, and then I'm looking at myself. I'm like, all right, I'm wearing a light blue shirt. I'm like, but I go in and 95% of everyone there is wearing white, even white pants on the guy. So I mean, it was more than a coincidence. I didn't realize that there was a dress code, and I wasn't sure if this is a Puerto Rican tradition.
Well,
It's
not a religion thing, right? Because I mean, most Puerto Ricans are Catholic. Is that accurate or no?
I don't know.
I'm just reading right here that Buddhists wear white to funerals as a symbol of mourning. So there's some religious correlation, at least there.
It wasn't. I mean, it was a Christian church. It wasn't a Roman Catholic church.
Oh, it was okay.
No, it was a Christian church, well known, but everyone was wearing white, and so I was just curious. It was they call it a celebration of life, but it was a memorial service, and it was my neighbor who passed to COVID 2 weeks ago.
Wow, man.
Wow.
55 years old.
But I'd never heard of that tradition. I did not know that. I thought all cultures looked at death the same. I mean, not death the same way because of the afterlife aspect of it and other aspects of how the body is prepared or whatever. But I thought black was like the universal mourning color. I didn't know that white could make it in at all.
Well, it's just like here in the States or like in our Western culture, to us, a wedding dress, a proper wedding dress, would always be white. And yet in Japan and most of Asia, red is the color of luck and success. So a red wedding dress would be considered traditional in Asia. Here in America, you would be a harlot. You would be a way out there bride if you showed up in a red wedding dress. And in most parts of the country of the world, you'd be it'd be like, well, where's the color?
Can I tell you? I think red would be almost worse than black as a wedding dress. I mean, other than
even in India, like the sari. I mean, and that's a 3-day wedding celebration. Thing, so you would see a lot of red saris as well in India and in Japan.
407-916-1041. Ross, we got somebody who understands this?
No, he's just bringing up.
He has no idea.
Because I looked at the word, I saw coffin dance.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. And I don't know if I want to take that or not.
Yeah, he wants to talk about, you remember the coffin guys? Coffin dance guys?
Oh, the video that we had posted to Jim Colbert Live, or JimColbertLive.com, where it was an African funeral and they were dancing and then they dropped.
Just another example of just different cultures and.
God,
I mean, the white thing would be weird for me because, again, that's usually a color. Where would you wear an all white? I mean, is there a traditional thing in America that we wear all white to?
Weddings.
I mean, not even then, though, right? I mean, like maybe
outside of the bride, you're not supposed to wear white.
Between Memorial Day and Labor Day. But I'm just saying, Labor Day was yesterday.
But even white tuxes at really nice dinners, they're a little out there, aren't they?
I wore a white tux with tails in my senior dance.
Well, someone else, Santeria, I believe. Well, Santeros wear white. So, like a lot of your. Like in Brazil, Bahia, a lot of those African religions, in some cases, wear all white.
So, so it's not a religious thing because this was a Christian church. I didn't mean any offensive thing, but I just always relate Latinos to Catholicism for some reason because I just always do. Although I know there's a massive Christian presence as well. I just always do.
I did the same as well, and someone just texted us, don't know if it's correct or not, but to 77031 to say 56% of Puerto Ricans are Catholic.
Yeah. I mean, that's still, it's almost 50-50 basically. I thought it would be higher than that even.
Yeah, I think the best one, though, is Mexico.
What's Mexico do?
With the whole, celebration of the dead.
Mexico.
God, we didn't even play the button there.
Mexico. Mexico.
There we go.
Whoa, still got it, kid.
Woo! You
Mexico.
are great at that. But Mexico, they have that cool party. The
Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah, it's like a sweet parade.
They do it in New Orleans as well.
But that's
a voodoo thing, though, almost in New Orleans.
Oh, in New Orleans it may be.
It's like Aztec.
It is old, and it's interesting because like All Hallows Eve was pagan, Day of the Dead, or All Saints Day, right? Jack is the good Catholic of the show. All Saints Day is November 1st.
Yes.
So that was the Catholic Church's answer to Halloween.
Oh, wow, really? I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
God, I'm so dumb.
No, it's not.
There's so many factions and rules with this stuff.
But that's what makes it fascinating because so much of human history and human choices and is based on this stuff. And understanding it kind of takes away a little bit of the, oh, well, you're weird.
Well, I know the official dress code where I'm from is khaki.
Camouflage.
Flip-flops that can open up beers.
Yeah, they call it Sunday school clothes. That's what
I want to have fun at my wedding.
You do, but don't.
Funeral, sorry.
No,
that sucks to get those two confused with.
Can I say something? Don't do that.
I want to have a real big fish.
Do not do that.
Or big fish
that
funeral.
That doesn't come off the way you think. I've seen that tried before, and it does not come off the way you think.
Where have you been to a fun funeral?
I will tell you later. I'm just telling you, it does not come off the way you think.
I'm going to put the fun in funeral.
What, the fun and funeral?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it does not play like that.
What happened?
I can't. It does not play. It does not play like that. I'm just telling you straight up. I've considered all of that, and I've been to my mom's funeral was very solemn, as it should be. But those in my world, I understand. Like when you're young, you're like, oh yeah, I want a kegger and that whole thing. It does not. That does not feel right when you're in that building and you're doing that to someone you love. You're putting them to rest for the remainder of your life. Really, is what it is. Their life is gone. That whole fun thing, that party atmosphere, does not work for me. It does. I just could not imagine ever doing that. I mean, I don't think it plays like that. It doesn't come off like that to the people there, because you have to understand, you don't have to worry about it. You're gone. Like you're in the box. I mean, you don't know anything about what's going on. But I'm telling you, the family members around and stuff, they pay attention.
With that in mind, I did have a thought today as I was watching, and a common thing seems to be the video slideshow, right?
That's right.
The
we did one for my mom, yeah.
Is it wrong? Because I thought that, and I was like, I think I want to pick out my slides.
That is cool. There's nothing wrong with that, but don't not allow people to pick out and put the ones they love in there as well.
Right.
I mean, because
I'm not there, but there's certain ones. It's like I'm like,
but you know what though?
Yeah.
I agree with that, because you've had certain pictures with your daughters or your wife or maybe with your mom back in the day that you wanted everybody to know that was the most important thing in your life while you were here. Are those things? Can I tell you? I wish my mom would have had the opportunity to do that. I really do. I wish that she would have had even another day where I could, that we knew where she could have done that. So, I mean, I think we did a good job, but, we will never know for sure. And I don't think she's going to keep the receipt and file a complaint or anything, but
then I thought if I picked out all the slides, but what happens, at the end, maybe I don't like all those people the same.
No, it doesn't matter. It's not about you.
I'm stuck with pictures of them at my memorial service.
What would okay? So I like the slideshow idea, but like a little Ross quirk, just one photo that has a loading circle and it says buffering, and then the next slide's like, "Ooh, got you guys."
Ross, there's nothing wrong with that, but the idea of having like a kegger.
Oh, I don't want a kegger,
but having a little fun with the slideshow, like from you or something like that, that's cute. But, man, you really want to keep that vibe as a respectful vibe to respect the life that was in front of you. That's what I believe.
What about do it Irish?
What about kettle corn? Is that?
I would not do kettle corn.
Sorry, Ryan.
And by the way, I've been to funerals where food was in the back of the room and the body was in the front. The snack bar and the drinks were in the same room as the body. Mm-hmm. Like you didn't leave and go to a restaurant afterwards and enjoy each other. You ate and drank while that person was in the room.
Is that weird?
To me, that was very, very weird.
Chugging a grilled cheese, looking at a body.
Years ago, the viewing would be in the home. It would be in the bed, and you'd go to the house.
In the parlor. I was just looking up, now I don't know how many of these are actually true, but I was looking up Colombian funeral traditions, because of course that's where my mother is from, and it says in Colombia the deceased may be in the house up to 7 days, and prayers are offered 24 hours per day for the 7 days. Masses at a funeral home, open casket, then burial or cremation. A 1 month mass is held after the burial. Overall ritual practices for child deaths differ from those conducted for adults, and of course, for our Jewish friends, you say Kaddish for the dead. You have to have a certain group of Jewish men to be able to say the prayers. That is done on the year anniversary.
And they are dead serious.
I love Jewish traditions when it comes to death, because the deceased are never left alone. All that worry about what happens to you at a funeral home?
Right.
You'd never have to worry about that when you're
Somebody
Jewish.
Sits in the room?
Someone sits with the deceased for 24 hours. But, of course, they have to be buried within 24 hours.
Yeah, right.
That's one of the edicts. And by the way, happy Rosh Hashanah. Jewish New Year is today.
Yeah. Congratulations. You don't say congratulations for that, do you?
No, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Which is Rosh Hashanah, right?
Yeah.
Too ridiculous, yay or nay? I brought this up to you a long time ago. If I just had like two random animals with an animal trainer, and then have the animal trainer say like, yeah, he saved his life.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Load them up for last call. That's next. Let's get the hell out of here. More importantly, away from Ross.
think or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for Last Call. 407-916-1041. Brought to you by Heineken.
This Real Radio 1041 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. This evening, we'll see a few isolated thunderstorms around, but for the day tomorrow and for Thursday, many more storms. It's all associated with a surge of tropical moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. But the system that is trying to form, Hurricane Center gives it a 40% chance. But regardless, we'll see an up in our rain chances for the next several days with highs around 90 degrees. Out in the Atlantic, a distant Hurricane Larry staying away but pushing big waves on our East Coast beaches, leading to a rip current danger. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Heron Home and Outdoor.
Heron Home and Outdoor's pest-free 365 solution works year-round to protect your home from unwanted pests. Choose pest-free and visit myheronhome.com to save $50 on your first pest-free 365 service. Heron Home and Outdoor, your local pest experts.
And with Rebath, you are dealing with a national company with a set of standards, policies, and procedures to make sure you get the bathroom of your dreams on time every single time. Total pros, by the way. These guys can do your bathroom in just days, not weeks or months, and they do it with their employees. And that's important because sometimes you can hire a subcontractor and you can see different faces on the job every single day. That job that lasts for a month and that job that when you give them the deposit check, they disappear for 2 or 3 weeks and then don't come back and do any work. It takes forever. It's a nightmare. And that's one of the main reasons you haven't made a move yet. Let me clear all that out. Rebath, none of that happens. This is all that they do. Bathroom remodeling is it. Their showroom, super easy to find. 436 in Altamont. They're right across from Kobe. And the cool thing is they have models set up. And those models are just to show you what the products look like because every Rebath bathroom is a custom bathroom. No one size fits all here. Hop online at rebathmidfla.com. Look at those before and afters and then book your appointment. Your dream bathroom legit is just a visit away. Again, that's rebathmidfla.com.
He raids your fridge.
You're out of Barada.
Borrows your car without asking.
Scratches? What scratches?
He's your brother-in-law.
I'll pay you back.
He takes what's yours and there's nothing you can do. But when identity thieves want to take what's yours, you can do something. LifeLock by Norton monitors your info and alerts you to potential threats. If you become a victim, they can help fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but you can save up to 25% off your first year at LifeLock.com using promo code NEWS.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. Call Cordell & Cordell. You're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Based on the short story by Stephen King, Strawberry Spring is a new horror podcast that follows a reporter on the bloody trail of a modern-day Jack the Ripper. Every 8 years, a dense fog descends on New Sharon College, hiding all from sight, including the crimes of Spring-Heeled Jack.
Wait, are you telling me?
We can't be sure, but as of right now, it looks like Spring-Heeled Jack is back.
Spring-Heeled Jack is back.
Listen to Strawberry Spring on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Up early or up late? Amp's got cashes most types of checks, day or night, for lower fees than most places. And with more 24-hour locations than ever, count on us anytime, every time.
Amp's got.
That dinner was delicious. What's next?
I'm thinking just the check.
Do you frequently have gas, bloating, diarrhea, stomach pain, or loose oily stools after eating? One or more of these symptoms could be a sign of exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, and it may be time to talk to your doctor.
If you have EPI, Creon may be right for you. Creon, pancrelipase, is an oral prescription medication that treats EPI. Creon replaces enzymes you may be missing to help you break down food properly.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Do not chew capsules or contents as this may cause mouth irritation. Tell your doctor if you have unusual or severe stomach pain, bloating, trouble passing stool, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, worsening of painful swollen joints, or allergic reactions. Other side effects may include changes in blood sugars, gas, dizziness, or sore throat and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Talk to your doctor about Creon, the #1 prescribed EPI treatment, and visit gocreon.com. That's GOCREON.com. Or call 1-800-633-9110.
Get a 79-cent large Big Gulp fountain drink with 7 rewards. Think about how much refreshingly glorious Big Gulp goodness you can get from raiding your couch cushions. 7-Eleven, take it to 11.
Offer ends 11/2/21 plus tax where applicable at select U.S. 7-Eleven stores. See app for terms.
Orlando, meet Off Lease Only Express, the hassle-free option to buying a car from home. Off Lease Only, the name you know and trust, is offering the same high-quality, nearly new cars, most priced thousands below retail, with a new way to buy a car that is fast and convenient. First, go to offleaseonly.com. They've made it easy for you to browse and choose over 4,000 cars. Once you selected your car, click on Express, and you can even trade in your car with just a couple of clicks. In just a few no-hassle steps, you can start your Express car deal online and choose either to finish in one of their 5 convenient locations or complete entirely from the comfort of your home. Then drive away in an incredible deal, saving you tons of time and money that comes with a 5-day, 500-mile exchange policy. Leave the stress behind and find peace of mind with Off Lease Only Express, the hassle-free, fully transparent option to buying a car from home. Start today by visiting offleaseonly.com.
Make the most of your investments. Certified Financial Group. Call pound 250 keyword certified planner.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Facebook.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Get the hell out of here in 1 second. Tomorrow coming up for Animal House, we have
Debbie Helsel with Back to Nature Wildlife Refuge. They got a couple of really fun events coming up. They want you to support them.
That's awesome. You know what I almost did this weekend?
What?
I would have done it Monday had that been open. I almost went on that Apopka Nature Drive, the one that goes all the way around the Lake Apopka.
It's so funny you talked about it. We were talking to someone else this weekend who was talking about making that drive, having seen it on Facebook, and I was like, do you remember back in the day when Lake Apopka was dying because of all the muck from all the farms, and now
they're trying to come back, but boy, they're doing their best. But it's been a long fight. But yeah, that nature ride is supposed to be a very cool thing, but I never got to because of course it was closed for Labor Day. But we're gonna get out there soon. 407-916-1041. We do have 2 lines open for last call, just 2. That's 407-916-1041. I know we have a gigantic party coming up in a couple weekends, Jack.
That's right. It's an Aquatica night. We were supposed to do it earlier in the summer, and that got postponed, and it's actually now happening September 18th. It's called Rock on the Water, with music provided by none other than the Angel of Boom.
What?
Angel Rivera from the Monsters in the Morning. He'll be DJing at Aquatica. This is a nighttime event, but everything is open. These are so much fun. It goes from 7 p.m. until midnight on Saturday, September 18th. And it's great because you're not dealing with the same crowd sizes as you do typically in the daytime. So you get to ride all the rides, have a blast, enjoy food, drinks, and rock out to the music with Angel. The entire park will be open, including their new ride, Riptide Race.
Nice.
You can get your tickets now at aquatica.com/iHeartRadio. All right, so aquatica.com/iHeartRadio, and join us September 18th at Aquatica.
I have had some friends go to a couple of these parties out there at Aquatica. They do a very good job. The park is insane, and of course, Angel is one of the greatest dudes that works here. He's an absolute... He is an angel.
He really is.
He's like the sweetest guy. All right, 407-916-1041. We do have one line, just one line open for last call. So load them up and we'll get out of here in 1 second. Deb, who do we have to thank today, dear?
We want to thank the incomparable Naomi Bradshaw.com.
The incomparable. Nice lady.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a nice lady.
Gotta be quicker, buddy.
We also want to thank Coal Black IT for supplying our summer of stuff and congratulate our 3 winners, Freddie, Raymond, and Randy.
Yeah, man. These guys walked away with booty.
Yeah,
some
they
booty. And they are all showing up tomorrow. Hopefully I can get that TV here because can you lay an LED TV down? Have we checked that? All right. Thanks for the help. Hopefully it works for you.
What do I
buddy.
look like, Geek Squad?
we all got the same internet.
Exactly.
Well,
Hello.
you can look it up for me. Can we lay down an LED
Speaking
TV?
of internet.
Yeah, we had a Twitter poll. It's at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter. Follow us there. When do you shower? Morning or night?
And scientifically, by the way, we read the story earlier. Scientifically, they said showering the night before you go to bed or at night is the best way because you wash your face, it calms you down for a better night's sleep.
Yes. 52% say morning.
Wow.
I mean, that's right down the middle.
I think that's because I think you wake up, that shower just gets your ass going, and there's something weird about sleeping all night and then getting up and then just getting dressed and going. There's something weird about that to me. I don't know what it is. Or maybe I'm weird.
Yes.
That can't be.
No doubt.
That can't.
No doubt.
Are you guys ready? Let's do a little last call.
Let's do it.
Scott, last call.
Okay, guys. In Japan, white is the color of mourning, not black. Just so you know.
Is it really?
Cool. Never knew that.
How did do you know how they associate that or why?
It has something to do, I don't know why the color is white, but it's heavy on the ancestor worship or ancestor reverence.
Oh,
very good.
Okay.
I did not know that.
Purity, maybe?
Scott, last call.
Hey, little buddy. You know that southern lawyer voice that Ross uses is extremely annoying, don't you think?
Well, you know what? Let me tell you something.
Big T, last call.
Jimmy, I paid you the $250. Why wasn't I in the final three for the Summer of Stuff?
Because it cost $5, dummy. I just took your $250 because it was easy. All right, 407-916-1041. Lance, last call.
Hey, yeah, I don't know if y'all heard they found a head floating in St. John's River. It was wrapped in cellophane, had a note attached to it. The note said, I had no body.
I had no body.
They did actually just find a body
They
floating.
did.
So they think
They did.
They did find a body floating in Port Canaveral.
And they haven't yet identified if the body is that of the missing attorney who had gone missing Friday from a dive off Daytona.
What a prophetic body find. Beth, last call. Take us home.
Hey, honey, I just loved yesterday's with Miss Betty. That brought my heart, the crying, and it was just so special that y'all did that yesterday.
Well, thank you very much, Beth. Actually, Jack asked me if that was okay, and I told him I thought it would be a fitting memory, though. I appreciate your kind words there. All right, you guys ready to get the hell out of here?
Let's do it.
Now that you broke Beth's heart by getting rid of Primetime Kitchen.
All right, coming up tomorrow, we have Animal House, Scott Maxwell, your calls and texts, plus another opportunity for you to win something cool from our prize sauce jar. And, of course, your calls and texts all day long. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the monsters. We follow the news junkie. They follow the monsters in the morning. After us, Tom and Dan with